Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Shake it, but keep pointing out all the lies. Putting the scripture right in your eyes. The Bible guy. He reads Hebrew and Greek and shows you that your book's not unique. The Bible guy. He turns through the pages until every Christian rages. The Bible guy. Watch one time and you're hooked. Now let's watch why the Christians get cooked. The Bible guy.
Howdy, howdy, folks. Bible Guy here, coming at you live from Northeast Texas. How we all doing today? Everyone, make sure you tap that screen. Share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. Someone said, "Who's Peggy?" Peggy is the supreme goddess of all creation, the official patron deity of the Bible Guys show. In fact, we have a super chat here from. Let me get my. I gotta get back to the rhythm of things.
Yeah, super chat here at Billy Bones 84 with the 2 Connect bucks. May Peggy's girthy goodness fill your void. Yes, indeed.
May Peggy's girthy goodness indeed fill all your voids and so much more. Everyone, make sure you tap that screen. Share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. Let's get the word out there so we can have some interesting conversations about how the Bible is bullshit, Christianity is false, and Jesus is dead. I'm your host, the biblically literate Bible guy, a resident biblically literate atheist. Today is July 30th, 2026, a Thursday of all days. And tomorrow, or tonight, or something like that, the new Spider-Man movie is coming out, and I cannot wait to go see it. That's on my bucket list. Jesus Love says Jesus is the way, the truth, and life. No, Jesus is dead, my friend. Jesus is very, very dead. But if you'd like to come up and talk about it, feel free to do so. Hit that request button, and we'll have a conversation. How are you doing today, Ashlyn?
I'm okay. I'm feeling better. How are you feeling?
I'm fine. Still in a funk, but I had to get back to work eventually. Someone said atheists ignore mega physics. What's mega physics? Is that like physics but a lot bigger? Jesus loves you all. Incorrect. You can't love someone if you're dead and Jesus is dead. Just because you don't believe, you don't have to disrespect. Actually, I do. Especially when, is it disrespectful to a dead guy? I don't really care if I'm being disrespectful to Jesus. And also, like, we don't have to tiptoe around religion anymore. We're allowed to talk about our feelings, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and whatnot. I'm allowed to say that religion is bullshit. And it's probably for the best of society that we do, in fact, call out the bullshit that is religion. But we have a guest here, Mr. Nice Guy, Canada. I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
I'm 39.
And question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And question number 3, are you a Christian?
No.
Oh, what brings you up?
I just think I share the same views as you, and whenever I try to just basically to talk about how kind of like, because we're a minority atheists, right? So I just feel like certain things are just in 2026. It's so absurd and crazy, and I just wanted to talk about life as an atheist.
I do appreciate that, although we are only taking opposition right now. But hey, big W to you for not falling for the bullshit.
Okay, thank you. How do I get off?
I got you. Lee Taff coming up now. Lee Taff, I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get into the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old? Hello? Do you realize you're on?
Hello.
I'm gonna have to ask you not
Yeah,
to
I'm
eat
18 years
while you're
old.
on the live. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mute you now. No eating while you're up here on the panel. Now,
Yes, I'm of 18 years old.
so you can't. Either you don't understand me or you don't give a fuck about the instructions. All right.
What did you say?
Anyways, it's his first day on the internet. Lee Taff, I'll give you one more chance. Lee Taff, stop. Do not eat while you are on the panel. No eating allowed.
Okay.
All right. Are you at least 18?
Yep.
What
Yep, I'm 18
pronouns?
years old.
What pronouns do you go by?
He.
All right. And are you a Christian?
Yep.
All right. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. The Bible is bullshit. Christianity is false. Jesus is dead. Which one of these three topics would you like to talk to us about?
Okay, a bit Volker.
What?
Okay, so let's begin with the whole Bible BS thing.
Yeah.
What's your...
The Bible is bullshit. So, no, don't be eating. If I hear you munching, I'm going to drop you. Whatever you got, you can wait to eat until after the conversation's over. It's not that important.
Yeah, it's basic respect. Some people have misophonia, and that sound is disturbing to them. It's just bad for the show in general. So, like, if you can't sit up here and follow one simple instruction, then I'm just going to assume the rest of the conversation is going to be poor quality anyways.
Yeah. Now, I say the Bible is bullshit because it contains scientific errors, historical errors, contradictions, and failed prophecy. What say you?
Let's begin with the so-called historical errors.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's talk about one of the most obvious historical errors in regards to the birth of Jesus. Are you familiar with the birth narratives of Jesus?
I mean... Yeah, born in Bethlehem.
Yeah, okay. But is that all you know about the birth narratives?
I mean, yeah, he was born in Bethlehem. Was at that moment.
At that moment. That moment is actually quite important. Was Jesus born during the reign of King Herod the Great?
Near his end of this reign.
Yeah, while he was alive, right?
Well, technically near his death, but yeah.
So, okay, do you just a yes or no, you confirm that Jesus was born while King Herod was alive?
Okay, so what's your problem here?
Well, that's not a yes or no. Yes or no, was Jesus alive while King Herod the Great was alive?
Didn't I answer that already?
I didn't get a yes or a no.
I mean, yes.
Okay.
Why do you need a yes or no in the
Now,
beginning?
was Jesus
What is-
born during the time when Quirinius was the governor of Syria?
Oh. What?
Was Jesus alive during the time when Quirinius was the governor of Syria?
This is so painful.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Was Quirinius the governor of Syria before or after Herod died?
I mean, huh? I'm not ready. What does Quirinius have to do with,
Well, we're talking about
with
the
the Bible?
historical inaccuracies of the Bible. The problem is that if we take the Gospels of Matthew and Luke at face value for what they say in regards to the birth of Jesus, there is a chronological contradiction, as one Gospel places Jesus' birth during the reign of King Herod the Great, who died in 4 BCE, and another Gospel places his birth 10 years later, when Quirinius was the governor of
Which
Syria.
gospel?
Luke.
Okay, what does Luke say?
Luke says that Jesus was born at the time when Quirinius was the governor of Syria, and he did his first census over the people of Judea.
Okay, so in which period Quirinius was the governor? In which period
what-
was the official governor? And,
In
and was,
what spirit? People
I mean,
don't
which
become
time he was
people.
considered the official governor of Syria?
Yeah, in 6 CE
That's
is
my
when
question.
in 6 CE when he became the governor of Syria.
Okay, Okay, before that, did he run stuff in Syria? Did he
No, he
run
wasn't.
stuff,
He
in
was. He
Syria?
wasn't. He wasn't the governor, and he didn't do his census over the people.
I mean, like, you need to be a governor, to,
Well, you need
order
to be.
stuff.
You need to be a governor in order to be governor. And the Gospel of Luke says that this is when Quirinius was governor of Syria.
Okay. Like I said, you need to be officially declared a governor to govern, a place.
Do we know? Yes.
I mean,
In this instance, yes, you do, because we know that Quirinius did not do a census over the people of Israel until he was officially the legate of Syria.
Okay, but you didn't answer. Did he run stuff before in Syria and Judea?
Jesus Christ, this is so painful, Litaf. You're not.
No,
you're,
you
you're
didn't
having-
answer that
You're really,
question.
you're really having a hard time tracking the
Oh my God.
conversation. When
No,
did
I
King?
didn't crack
When
the
did
conversation. You didn't answer that.
when did Quirinius hold his
What a waste
sense?
of time.
Do his?
What a disgraceful. You put this ugly flag in front of.
I know you're.
Of course they're homophobic as well. Like that. Bingo. Box checked.
What a coward! He could not. Man, I was like, someone said, Dalton is really carrying this conversation. That is true. I was doing 99% of the work, and Litaf was just not smart enough to have the conversation. Apparently, that's why he had to run away. He said, I gotta get back to snacking. His mind was too focused on whatever the fuck he was not eating, and could not have the conversation. Oh well. I guess we'll try again with somebody else. We have someone here called Rabbinic Reasoning, which is going to be very interesting because we are only talking to Christians.
The bar is
Low.
Hey, how you doing?
Rabbinic Reasoning, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation, maybe. Number 1, are you at least 18?
Yeah, I'm 19.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by? All
He, him.
right. Question number 3, are you a Christian?
No, I'm a Jew, but I
Okay.
affirm the Torah.
Well, I guess we can talk to a Jewish person, because but I guess you'll agree that Jesus is dead and that Christianity is false. So the only one to really talk about is that the Bible is bullshit.
Right. So I'm going to present to you the argument that the Torah is written by Moses. I'm sure you disagree with this.
Definitely, since it has things in it that could not possibly have been written by Moses.
Right. So we'll get into that. But let me just present for you the argument. Start there.
Yeah.
All right. Tens of thousands of sages attest today to receive from tens of thousands of sages before them the
That is
Torah,
claim. Yep.
and also the tradition that in every generation they would observe and count tens of thousands of sages, with the transmission of the Torah in institutions in every generation back until Sinai.
That is
For this to be false, it entails 2 possible options. Either A, an entire generation of tens of thousands of sages would collectively come together to fabricate the tradition, or B, an entire generation of tens of thousands of sages came together and erred in the reception of the tradition. Both of these
Incorrect.
are irrational and improbable, so we reject
those
them.
those are not the only 2 options. I'm sorry. I know you're
So
presenting
give me
you're presenting what's called
give me
the what's it called, the Khazari hypothesis, right? But sorry, the Khazari hypothesis fails in that it doesn't take into consideration the idea that ideas don't have to pop into existence overnight. They can slowly and progressively come about, like like a fish story. Like one generation teaches that it was one thing, and then slowly over the generations, it becomes bigger and bigger. And by the time you get to this idea that, oh, our ancestors were millions of people at Mount Sinai, and we all received the revelation. By the time that tradition evolved, the generation doesn't remember what the tradition used to be.
Right. So that would still fall into the second option, which is that tens of thousands of sages misverified their predecessors.
Then fine, that's what's actually what happened. Yeah, the tradition
Yeah, you would
evolved
say-
over thousands, over well, not thousands, but over a millennia. The tradition slowly evolved. We have really good reasons to know that Moses did not write this book.
Yeah, so we'll get into that. But let's just start with the position that you're taking, which is that the tens of thousands of sages misverified their predecessors.
Why do
If
keep
you are
saying-
going to
why do you,
assume,
why do you keep saying tens of thousands?
because that's the number. So now that you've taken that position,
where are you getting that number?
right, based on the national testimony, which has an improbability of fabrication.
Where in the
or-
Talmud, the Mishnah, or before the Tanakh does it make the claim tens of thousands of sages?
Right. So basically, you're asking how we know tens of thousands of sages attest to this today, correct?
Yeah, yeah. Where's the citation for this within the
Right. So we find this in right. So we find this in the Rambam's Mishnah Torah. Now, because every Orthodox Jew
And when
to
did
be
the
an
Ram-
Orthodox,
and now when did the Rambam live?
so can I
What-
finish? I'll explain.
No, I want to know where did the Rambam get this information that there was tens of
Right.
thousands?
So I'll explain to you how whether what time he lived is irrelevant to the fact that we can prove that
Well,
still
no,
proves that
I
point.
just would like to
So-
know where he's getting this information that tens of thousands.
So let me explain, right? So because we know that every Orthodox Jew affirms the Rambam, because to be an Orthodox Jew,
That's not true.
can I finish a sentence?
No,
Like,
no,
without
you
you
can't,
blocking it?
no, you can answer my question. Where did the
If,
Rambam?
look, if you're gonna
Rabbinic.
keep over talking me,
It is my show, and I'm not going to let you gish gallop. Now, where did the Rambam get this information that tens of thousands of sages
so-
receive this information? Where did he get that?
right. So how we know that the people attest to this, that tens of thousands attest to this, is because every single Orthodox Jew affirms the Rambam, meaning that we know every single
That's
Orthodox
begging.
Jew
That's
affirms
begging the
it.
question.
I will grant
That's
you
not
that the
begging the
I will,
question.
Yes, it is.
Wait.
Jesus Christ!
Which one of the
I will grant you.
premises?
Rabbinic, shut up. I will grant you that perhaps the Rambam made this claim. Where did the Rambam get this information?
Right. So the Rambam is just going to be relaying the information that
From
the
where?
nation. So can I
What source?
finish?
What's his source?
Can I finish? That the
What's it-
nation is a. Okay.
Yeah, name his source.
Can I finish? Okay.
You
So the
can name-
Rambam.
What you can do is you can name his source.
Look, if you're gonna crash out because you can't deal with the argument, it's just not.
I'm not the one crashing out. I'm quite
No,
calm
you-
right now. You're incapable of answering the simple question. What is the Rambam source? Like, just name me the source.
So I'm gonna try one more time. If you. Okay. Have a good day, man.
Bye.
You're scared. You're scared.
Homie,
Rabbinic.
You're like a baby. Have a good one.
Yeah, it says the 19-year-old who can't answer a single question. Every time
All
they come
all
up
you
and
were
say,
doing was asking him a question over and over again until he answered, and he did not like that because it didn't sound like what they wanted to send you and control the argumentation to lead you to a conclusion because it couldn't hold up to scrutiny.
Yeah. He said, "Shalom, me homie." Man, it's crazy. Yeah. The answer is that he's not going to provide a source for the Rambam where the Rambam gets his information that tens of thousands receive this information because it doesn't exist.
Well, the thing is why? Well, the Orthodox claim is true. Why is the Orthodox claim is true? Because the Rambam says so. Why is the Rambam correct? Because Orthodox Jews say that it's correct. That is literally circular reasoning. That is begging the question.
Now, if everyone would like to see an actual source for how Jews before the time of Rambam didn't necessarily agree with the conclusions of the Rambam. So everyone who doesn't know who the Rambam is Rabbi Menachem ben Maimon, also known as Maimonides, the Rambam. He was a Jewish Filbro from the medieval period. And a lot of Jews today, not all, but a lot of Jewish people today hold to the philosophical conclusions of the Rambam. But not everyone does today, and not every Jewish person before the time of Rambam believed in the things that the Rambam believed in. And if you want more information on this, I suggest reading Rabbi Mark B. Shapiro's book. It's called something of orthodoxy. Let me take a look. Mark B. Shapiro, orthodoxy book. It's called The Limits of Orthodox Theology, wherein he's basically the Aquinas of Judaism, exactly sticks. And it goes into how even though the Rambam believes certain things, like for example, in the perpetuity of Torah or the incorporeality of God, not all Jews prior to the time of Rambam believed this, and that fact there was contradicting opinions. But we're gonna bring up our next guest now. Agape, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: Are you at least 18 years old?
Yes, sir.
Question number 2: What pronouns do you go by?
All the. To be honest, I'm not really versed on I guess him, he.
There you go. And question number 3: Are you a Christian?
Yes, sir. I'm a Catholic.
All right. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. This is Ashlyn. The Bible is bullshit, Christianity is false, and Jesus is dead. Which one of these 3 topics would you like to talk to us about?
The first one.
All right. The Bible is bullshit because it contains scientific errors, historical errors, contradictions, and failed prophecy.
Hmm. Well, I like to kind of narrow it down because I'm not like a brain dead, low church evangelical.
Yeah, I know you're the high and mighty, I'm better than everyone Catholic. I get it. Now, which one of those things would you like to talk to us about?
So I would be a Thomist, meaning I hold to
great.
theological.
My least favorite kind of
I
Christian.
hold to
Now,
theological inerrancy.
yeah. Now, which one of
Well,
those
I don't know.
which one of those things? Are you drunk or something? Could you speak up? You're mumbling a bit.
No, it's just that I'm not taking you serious because you're fat and ugly.
Yeah,
so I'm
sure.
kind of like laid back.
Sure. Yeah, I get it. You're low tier. You can't talk about the Bible. Now, which
I'm
one of
talking
those
about the
things would
Bible
you
right now.
which one of those things would you like to talk about? The scientific errors, historical errors, contradictions, or the failed prophecies of the Bible?
The contradictions.
Sure. Let's talk about contradictions. I'll try to talk to you about the contradiction I tried to talk about with the last guest. Well, not the last guest, the guest before the last guest. Do you affirm what the Gospel of Matthew says, in that Jesus was born during the reign of King Herod the Great?
During the reign of King Herod the Great.
Yeah,
What's the verse again?
Matthew chapter 2, verses 1.
Okay. In the days of King Herod the Great.
So, do you affirm what the Gospel of Matthew says, that Jesus was born during the reign of King Herod the Great?
Would that, like, I'm kind of on a stuck hold of what the Greek would be implying when it says "in the days of." That just means during the reign, like while he was alive.
Yes, because who killed the babies in Bethlehem according to the Gospel of Matthew?
It would be the soldiers of Herod, right?
Under whose order? Herod, right?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Sure.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Do you affirm what the Gospel of Luke says, that Jesus was born during the time when Quirinius was the governor of Syria?
Quirinius.
Yeah.
What verse is that?
Have you read the Gospels?
Yeah, I read the Gospels, but
I know, I get it. You probably spent far too much time reading the Summa Theologica, not enough time reading the Bible. The answer is Luke chapter 2, verses 1 through 2.
I just started reading the Summa Theologica like 2 years ago. You said Luke what?
2, 1 through 2.
2, 1 through 2.
My God.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah, you know what? Whatever you're about to say, I agree. Yes.
Wait, you agree that the Bible has contradictions?
What you're about to say
entails a contradiction.
Um,
I'm gonna need you to wake up, buddy. I'm gonna need you to wake up. You're making Christianity look bad right now. Now, Quirinius being the governor of Syria, when did that occur? Was it while Herod was alive?
Oh no.
You don't know.
Nope.
All right, that's fine. So
Is this a joke?
Yeah.
Are you like like LARPing as a Christian?
If I would have asked
this background character keep talking when you bring up a
it's not a
guest?
background character, that's another host. Shut the fuck up. Now,
Oh,
if I
my
would have
bad.
asked you what act and potency is, well, you would have been all over that. But as soon as I start asking you about the Bible, fuck the Bible. The Bible isn't philosophy, so I don't know the Bible. Oh, it's embarrassing when atheists know the Bible better than Christians do. Now, according to the, and by the way, he's insecure because a woman just talked to him for the first time ever. Now, the Bible makes it
What is
clear
all
that
this
Jesus was
rhetoric? Are
born
you gonna get to your
during the
point, buddy?
reign of King Herod the Great, and King Herod the Great died in 4 BCE. Now, the Gospel of Luke says that he was born during the time when Quirinius was governor of Syria, which wasn't until 10 years after Herod had already died. How is Jesus both born during the reign of King Herod the Great, but also during the time when Quirinius is the governor of Syria?
Yeah, so your argument is just hinging on a presupposition that I hold to absolute inerrancy in the Bible, which I already said I don't hold to.
So
So
you
you
agree?
obviously want to
Wait.
listen to me, Patty. You can get that bacon out of your ears and actually listen to what I say.
No. I didn't hold to that presupposition because I said, listen, Phil, bro, you're
Why are
really
you muting
embarrassing.
me?
You're embarrassing yourself. on
Gabe,
this line.
enunciate. At least if you're gonna interrupt, enunciate.
Yeah, it's really you're really embarrassing yourself because I made the claim that the Bible contains errors. You took contention with that, so it's only natural that I would believe that you hold to the position that the Bible doesn't contain errors. So it wasn't a presupposition; it was an assumption, sure, but based on the thing that you had said. So just to be clear, you agree with me that there are in fact contradictions in the Bible. If you do agree with that, we can just move on to the next thing.
Are you done muting me, pig nose?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, good.
I'm
So-
done meeting you, Phil, bro.
Okay,
Biblically
so-
illiterate Phil, bro.
Okay. So there is no contradiction here.
Wait, there's not a
You
contradiction.
just found out what the Bible said 30 fucking seconds ago, my man.
Yeah, okay. Wait.
I did-
Would it be a contradiction if there were two accounts, one claiming that I was born in 1996 under Bill Clinton, and the other one making the claim I was born in 2006 under George W. Bush? Would that be a chronological contradiction? Yes or no?
Are you done muting me?
Yeah, I am done now that I've asked my question. So, would that be a chronological contradiction if someone made that
So,
claim about
Mira-
me?
Mute me? Are you gonna interrupt me or mute me?
Maybe. We'll see. You don't answer the question.
Okay. Does my answer have to be a yes?
Yes, this be a yes or a no.
Okay. So you asked me a historical question,
Yeah,
but you want me to
would
give you
would
a
it be
straight
yes?
answer.
Would it
You
be
want a
possible?
one-word answer.
Would it be possible? Yes or no? For me to be born both during 1996 and 2006 at the same time.
No.
Okay. Is it possible for Jesus to be both born before 4 BCE, but also during 6 CE?
I mean, no.
All right. So, what the Gospels present to us would be impossible.
I mean, if you're giving again another presupposition, like you presuppose my view on the
No,
Bible using
wait.
the same language.
I don't
that-
care about your
Bruh,
view in the
oh
Bible.
my
All I
gosh.
wanted to know was whether or not what the Bible says is in fact true when it makes the claim that Jesus was born at these two different times in history.
Okay. So here, I have a question. I'm gonna go off that same analogy you gave me, in the 2000s. Okay.
It's so funny.
So, say Bill Clinton, right, who served as president during the time 9/11, right? I say that, I don't know, 9/11 took place during Bill Clinton's presidency,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I say that I was born during Barack Obama's presidency, right?
That would be incorrect. Yeah, you cannot be
Okay.
both born during the time when Clinton is president and during the time when Obama is president.
Okay, that's amazing. So Quirinius was governor, right?
Yep, in 6 CE is when he became governor of Syria.
Okay. And Herod was king, right?
Yep, and the year 4 BCE is when he died. 10 years before Quirinius
Okay.
became governor of Syria.
Okay. Is there any evidence that you can bring me that Quirinius
Quirinius.
never served a 2-term governorship?
Oh no, we don't presuppose that he did until you have present like any sort of evidence. Now, the only evidence we have at all of Quirinius being governor is when he became governor of Syria in 6 CE, and that's when he did the census. Like, we know that's when the census took place. The census that Luke talked about.
Okay, so basically
and
you're
it- and
presupposing
also-
that he
and
only
also-
had one
and also-
term during
and
You
also-
keep using
also-
that word.
Yeah, I don't think you know
because you
Wait,
you
wait,
already like
wait,
pushed
wait a minute.
pushed your
There's a-
shitty argument on
wait,
me
wait, wait,
presupposing my
there's a
view.
perfect- there's a
So
perfect-
after I already told
wait,
you it,
Hush, there's a perfect little saying for this. Wait, I got it somewhere on the.
since you're gonna keep
I'm
muting,
pretty sure. Let me see.
we're obviously running.
I don't know where I put it. Maybe I deleted it because it was too quiet. But you keep using that word. I do not think it
Oink.
means what you think it means.
Oink, oink.
Now, hush, Phil, bro.
It's a
Now,
crazy
now-
jawline.
now, do you have any
Holy
evidence?
shit.
Do you have any evidence?
Yo,
Do you have any
ugly as
evidence? This
shit.
is embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
Yo, you're ugly.
You're blundering really hard. Now, do you have any evidence
That's not a
outside of the
blunder.
Bible that Quirinius
That's not an
served
argument.
a secondary term
You're so-
as the governor of Syria? Stick says he's so adorable.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a blunder because that wasn't an argument. It's the fact that you're
Agape, the question was, do you have any evidence outside of the Bible that Quirinius served any term as a governor of Syria during the time when Herod was king of Judea?
I mean, you made the argument, so I'm expecting you to bring evidence.
Well, we have nothing
Okay,
but
so-
all of the evidence. All of the evidence. Oh,
You ran.
they want us to believe. Oh, by the way, guys, Phil Bros do not know the Bible. They don't. He spent too much time reading the Summa Theologica, not enough time reading the Bible, and as soon as he heard this argument for the first time, he's just already like coming up with bullshit to try to justify the contradictions in
So-
the Bible.
He just slowly repeated back to you what you said to buy time, and his response was just no way that any of repeating that analogy couldn't have just been done if he would have just asked, well, do you have evidence of this? He didn't have to say all that back.
If anyone wants more information on our primary sources for the death of King Herod and the subsequent governorship of Quirinius, you can go to read Judean Antiquities by Flavius Josephus, books 17 and 18. The beginning of book 18 actually covers the census under Quirinius. It was a really, really famous census because there was a revolt under by the Jewish people as a result of the census. Actually,
Apparently on YouTube, you might be quieter than the guest right now.
yeah, I just turned up my mic. Yeah. All right. The darkness. I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
Oh, yes, man.
Question number 2: what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
All right. And question number 3: are you a Christian?
I am an atheist.
Ah, okay. Well, we are only taking opposition at the moment. But,
Okay. I noticed how intellect you are, and I actually wanted to bring a claim for the Christians, and you can debunk it, or you can give people proper knowledge and tell if I'm lying or not. I know you could, because you break this stuff down better than I've seen anybody on TikTok. Literally anybody. I've watched hundreds and hundreds of people. Your research is 1,000%. Every time I chat GPT it or Google it, every time I'm in the room and I'm tapping, I'm sharing a live and stuff, that I just know that you're gonna present actual factual evidence every single time and debunk these Christians. And I don't think they can handle it, and they're not ready. So I wanted to present a verse, if I could, just one verse, and then I'll go about my way. and I know that you know if, like I said, if I would be disingenuous or if I was lying, and I want to break it down to show Christians that this stuff is a lie. God's not real. Is that
All
okay
right.
if I do this real quick?
Yeah. Well, go ahead. What's the verse? Because that way I can.
Okay.
We had to.
Yeah, sure.
Hurry
It's
up and get to the next guys.
It's First Corinthians chapter 5, 4-5.
1 Corinthians chapter 5.
Chapter 5, 4-5. You know this stuff better than me. I just want to see. I just want to see if I'm doing it right or not.
In the name of the Lord Jesus, on the man who has done such a thing, when you are assembled and my spirit is present with the power of our Lord Jesus, you are to hand this man over to Satan for the destruction of the flesh, that the spirit may be saved in the day of the Lord.
So mine says, because I got a Greek form. Is it okay I read the Greek form so people can understand it too? It says, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, when ye are gathered together, and my spirit with the power of our Lord Jesus Christ, to deliver such an one unto Satan for the destruction of the flesh, that the spirit may be saved in the day of the Lord Jesus. Am I breaking this down right, that the church, or the church either founders, the pastor, or the church body of Christ, the Christians, the people, because that's what they are they excommunicating or delivering someone onto Satan if they are outcast for real?
Yeah,
Am I reading that right or wrong?
The idea is that they're excommunicating this believer and thus handing him over to Satan.
Yes. So I'm literally reading that right. So with that being said, why are Christians literally handing other Christians over to Satan? That doesn't sound very godly like, does it?
Well, Paul would say it's very godly to do that. So
I know that's what's crazy, man. You know this stuff better than me. I don't. I just knew that you could answer my question, and then I knew you could break it down even better for me. And was I being disingenuous or lying?
No, that's an accurate assessment that the text is talking about Paul doing excommunication, handing over believers to Satan so that he'll straighten them out.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna bring you up to 10K. I'm gonna do 10K caps and stuff like that. And one more really quick question. There's every 68 seconds, Christians, a child, a man, or a woman is raped. Where's God on this? Every 68 seconds. That's 1,200 people a day and 440,000 people a year. Where's our God? Why isn't he showing up? Let's think about that, Christians. Let's think about that.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you have a fantastic, delightful day. You're awesome, man. I got you, bro.
All right. You have a good day, Darkness. All right. Remember, we're opposition only, everyone. Tony and Tion, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18?
Hello, I'm
Hello.
here.
Are you at least 18?
Yes,
And what pronouns do you go by?
he, him.
And question number 3, are you a Christian?
No, I'm a believer.
In a different God that's not Jesus?
I do not associate myself
Okay,
with religion.
by the word Christian, we mean, are you an individual who believes that Jesus is the Christ and the Son of God?
I sure do.
All right, then you're a Christian. I'm Dalton the Bible
There's no
Guy.
doubt about it.
Yep, I'm Dalton the Bible Guy. This is Ashland, my co-host.
Oh, I know who you are.
The Bible is bullshit. Christianity is false. Jesus is dead. Which one of these 2 topics would you like to talk to us about?
I just want all the Christians out there to pay close attention
Yes, please.
to what me and Bible Guy is going to talk about. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Pay close attention.
you're
Christians.
sitting up here. Do you understand that you're sitting up here
Mhm,
using a weapon
mhm.
that Satan used and is using to this day?
Satan doesn't use anything because he doesn't exist.
Hold on, Tony. I don't want to hear you speak about deceiving or lying when you freaking sent me a picture of yourself It was you are the biggest liar on the internet. Just FYI, this
No,
individual
I did that.
atop of me sent
I
a
did that.
photograph of some random dude on the internet trying to lie about his appearance. So this is
I did
hilarious
that.
coming from this motherfucker.
I did that because you're just as evil as this guy that's got
So
the
you,
platform.
I don't
wait a
lie.
minute.
I really don't
Wait a
care.
minute. Wait, Ashland's evil, so that justifies you lying about your appearance to her?
Yeah, it's just like
Wait, what does it say about liars?
whatever.
Wait, what does the New Testament say about
Okay,
liars?
so
Where do liars
let's
go?
get back.
Wait,
Let's get back to this.
where do liars
Okay?
go? Where do liars go?
Where do liars go? What do you mean? Where do they go?
According to the New Testament, where do liars go?
There you go. There you go. Stop using Satan's weapon against me.
The Bible is Satan's weapon. That's great. That's
far
fantastic.
too
Now, according to
intelligent.
I was nothing but honest to you, Tony. I was
Right.
nice to
So-
you until
Tony.
you lied to me.
Tony,
I'm too much-
Tony,
I'm too
Tony,
intelligent for you.
Tony, you're not intelligent. Now, Tony, according to the New Testament, your holy book, what happens to liars? Tony. You have to unmute yourself, Tony. Where do liars go according to your Bible? You need help, Tony? It's a little microphone button at the bottom of the screen. It's got a slash through it. Click on that.
Okay.
There you
Okay.
go.
So
Here.
the thing is
Here, Tony, I'll just
Jesus
have you.
never told any of
Tony,
his 12
Tony,
disciples
Tony,
to write
Tony.
anything down.
Tony,
He told his
Wait, Tony,
disciples to
wait,
go
Tony,
out
do
and
you
talk to everybody.
do you reject the Bible?
Oh, of course I do. Of course I do.
Then how do you know anything? Okay, you can't make
There
any
you go.
you can't make any claims about Jesus. Then you don't know anything about him
No,
if you don't
no,
have the
no,
Bible.
no. Why? Just because of that Bible?
Yes, you
That
don't have
book was
without the
made-
Bible. Without the Bible,
No,
we have
no,
zero.
no.
Yes. Without the Bible, we have zero information about
See-
Jesus or anything he did or said.
See, that's what you don't understand. This is
Here,
the
watch this,
spiritual.
Tony,
This
watch
is
this.
a spiritual
Tony,
connection.
Tony, I don't
This
give a
has
shit.
nothing
Tony,
to
I
do
don't
with
give a
the
shit.
Bible.
Tony, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I
Now,
bet
Tony,
you
I'm
don't.
going to ask you to make
You
a
see how
claim.
he's crashing out?
I'm going to ask you to make a claim about Jesus, and then 2, I'm going to have to ask you where you get that information from. So, tell me a fact about Jesus.
Jesus is a part of our Creator.
Okay, now how do you know that?
He is. It's like
How do you know
I'm a dad, and at the same time I'm
that? Tony,
somebody's son,
Tony,
and at the same time I'm
Tony.
somebody's friend.
Tony.
But I am who I am.
Tony,
Why
Where-
aren't you
where are
listening to me?
Tony, you're not listening. Where did you get this information? How do you know this to be true?
I'm trying to explain this to you, but you keep cutting me off.
Tony, I already know what
Okay,
you I know
so-
what you believe. I want to know where you get that information.
You just told me how do I know and who is Jesus. Now you're telling me another question.
No, you weren't
Okay,
listening.
so
You weren't listening. I asked you to name me a fact about Jesus, and you did. Jesus is like part of the Creator. So now the second question that follows that is, where do you get that information about Jesus? All right, now respond to that. Where do you get that information about Jesus, if not the Bible?
it's a spiritual connection, something that a lot of people don't understand.
Did it just pop into your head one day?
It's a spiritual connection between me and God, my
it ju-
Creator.
So it just popped into your head one day. Is that what we're telling
Yes.
you? Okay, then
I
you're
mean,
just. Then I don't believe you.
okay.
Then I don't believe you. You're just making
I
shit
don't
up.
believe
then.
you. I don't believe you.
Well,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
So answer me this.
Why-
Answer me this.
Why can't I get one
Why
good?
is
not,
it?
1 second, Tony. Christians, I would love it if I could get a non-low tier Christian who actually knows the Bible and isn't like Tony just making shit up. That would be
I'll
fantastic.
stop using the Bible to weaponize us Christians. It's not right, and you know it.
It is right.
The Bible
and I
was
do
made
know it.
by men.
Of course
and
it
men
was. No,
are
it was made.
sinful.
It was obviously made by unicorns. Of course, it was made by men. Come on, Tony.
Okay, and men are simple, and it's nothing
Yeah,
but
just like
lies.
Jesus. Jesus was simple because he was a man.
If it
Tony,
was-
just because
if this was
you
the-
lie about your appearance that I didn't ask for, by the way, you just randomly sent that. I wasn't a criteria of mine. You like came up with this lie on your own. Just because you do that doesn't mean that like this is like all of man. No, it just seems to be that people who are religious seem to do this, because that's the conclusion that I could draw from this.
But my
Yeah.
Creator will not use a Bible that contradicts itself.
You don't know. You're just
to-
wait.
to
Your creator,
explain himself
Tony.
to
The
us. There's no
Tony.
way.
Tony. The problem is Oh, thank you for the cowboy hat. The problem here, Tony, is that you just make shit up and you make the claim that it's from God, and you have no way of proving to us. Can you prove to us that any of the bullshit you make up is from God?
Well, it's too hard for you to understand because you don't
No,
believe
it's not too.
in it.
No, it's too hard for
Of
you to
course
actually
you
give
don't.
evidence for. I understand perfectly fine, Tony.
But you
Can
believe in the
Can you,
Bible.
Tony?
You
I don't.
believe in
I
the
don't.
Bible.
Tony. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in the Bible
So why are you using the Bible to
because
contradict
because Christians typically do believe in the Bible. So that's why we talk about the Bible on this channel, Tony. You just happen to be someone who claims you don't believe in the Bible and you just make shit up. So you're just an
No.
outlier. An outlier and just a liar.
because my Creator will not
How do
make
you know?
a Bible that contradicts
know?
himself.
How do you know?
He's not stupid. Come
How do you
on.
know? How do you know your creator's not stupid?
Every Christian out there,
Wait.
God will
How do you-
not
You keep
have
making
a Bible.
Tony. You keep making claims and you don't substantiate any of your claims. How do you know your creator isn't stupid?
You see how this guy keeps muting me because he doesn't like to hear the truth.
No, Tony, it's because you don't answer questions. How do we know your creator isn't stupid?
Because he created me, he created you, he
Well,
created
that would get-
everything.
If he created you, that gives me good reason to think your creator is stupid. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
So, anyways, we're gonna
Just
talk.
because I don't.
We're gonna talk to someone who actually believes in the Bible now, Tony. Thank you for wasting your time.
Oh, wait, you remember this when I was telling you about this dude?
Is that the same
Right.
guy?
Yes. I was nice, and they were wanting to deconstruct out of MAGA. It was super nice. We brought them up on the show before, started talking to them. I like gave them my information. I was like, yeah, I can definitely help you. Then they started making it weird, and like I was like trying to like use like terms like babe or whatever. Like I don't know. It got weird. And then they sent me this photograph, and it was like very obviously not this individual. Took a simple Google search, found out who it was, approached this person about lying to me, and then demanded that I forgive them after they apologized. That
That's
was
great.
the extent of that. And then I stopped talking to them because it was weird.
Christians, do not forget, Revelation 21 verse 8 says that all liars have their part in the lake of fire, which burns with brimstone. So don't be liars. All right, we're going to talk to Valen Mortensen Trades. Valen, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation at hand. Question number
Okay.
1, are you at least 18?
Yes, I'm 21.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
All right, good. And question number 3, are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
All right, I'm Dalton the Bible Guy. This is my co-host Ashland. The Bible is bullshit. Christianity is false. Jesus is dead. Which one of these 3 topics would you like to discuss with me?
Probably Jesus is dead.
All right, I think Jesus
And
is dead.
He technically is dead. He died for his sins, but
Okay, you're
so
gonna be Christian number 7 that I need to teach basic Christianity to. If I told you Jesus was dead, you are allowed to say that as a Christian. If someone said Jesus is dead, is a present tense word, you're not allowed to think that Jesus is dead as a Christian because of the resurrection.
uh-huh.
So when I say Jesus is dead, I don't just mean he died, I also mean that he remained so.
Okay.
I'm done with today, Dalton.
Okay, so my first thing I was gonna say,
Mm-hmm.
if Jesus was like not real, then why has like everyone like
Uh-huh. Why is everyone what? If you leave the screen, I won't be able to hear you. Valen, come back to the app.
If you leave the screen, we cannot hear you.
Valen. Valen. What the fuck is going on today?
I don't know. It's normally not great, so this is...
He left.
Oh, okay, hopefully they're okay. I don't know. Maybe they got a call.
He tripped. He was walking and he tripped. Humbleness leads to wisdom. I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18?
Yes.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
I guess people call me he, him.
All right. Weird way to answer, but all right. Question number 3, are you a Christian?
Yes.
All right. I'm Dalton the Bible Guy. This is my co-host Ashland. The Bible is bullshit. Christianity is false. Jesus is dead. Which one of these 3 would you like to talk to us about?
I'll go with number 2.
All right. Christianity is false. The reason I think Christianity is false is because Christianity makes the claim that Jesus was the Christ, aka the Messiah, and yet he didn't fulfill even one Bible prophecy about the Messiah from the Old Testament.
Let's go with number 1.
The Bible is bullshit because it contains scientific errors, historical errors, contradictions, and failed prophecies.
Let's go with 3.
Do you not?
I'm just trying to get. I'm trying to get an idea of where you're coming from, so I don't waste anyone's time.
I think you understand where I'm coming from. Do you not know the
No,
Bible?
I just want to
well enough
understand
have the
where your
conversation?
argument comes from.
My argument
I
comes
want to
from
know.
an assessment of the Bible in comparison to reality.
Okay, your reality.
Nope, our reality. I don't get to have my own reality. I'm not powerful enough.
Everyone's reality is subjective.
Sure, but we're all living in an objective reality. We just have a subjective view of objective reality. Now, now that you understand my position, pick one of the 3 and stay on it.
Okay, so Jesus is dead.
All right. People don't live to be 2,000 years old. It's been 2,000 years since Jesus died. Therefore, Jesus is dead.
Well, I mean, did he live to? What do you mean lived for 2,000 years? Like he was resurrected, right?
I don't have any reason to think so.
So you don't believe anything written in the Bible? You just think it was all made up for fan fiction?
No,
to
some
make
of
people.
some of it's true, but the majority of it is either mythology or mythic fiction, or a mythic history.
Why do you think? What's the purpose of that? Why would someone create that? Like,
To give an explanation to the origin of reality.
Are you incapable of talking about the topics on hand, so you have to do everything to avoid them?
no, I'm just because I want to understand what I'm dealing with, and
What you're dealing with is
He's
someone who
explained it to you.
what you're dealing with here is someone who knows the Bible better than most Christians. Now, give me a reason to think that Jesus isn't dead and that he resurrected.
okay, and yeah, I'll give you one. And it does work. And what it allows is in God's wisdom, because you've seen, like, we can all agree that people can.
Jesus Christ, stop obfuscating.
What?
Just
What?
answer
I
it.
can't
Just
explain
get to
my
it.
position.
No, just get to it. Give me the reason to think
But I'm
that.
just saying, like, people hijack religion all the time and use it to. So why would God say,
Humble,
"Here's
you're
a
not.
way
Are you
to
a
determine
politician
truth"?
by any chance?
No,
Oh,
but I watch a lot of political stuff, and
I can tell because you do the same exact things as them.
Yeah, just answer the question. What is the evidence that Jesus resurrected from the dead?
a spiritual witness.
A spiritual witness. I don't even know what that means. There
It
are
means
there are 0 witnesses to Jesus' resurrection.
no. I mean, you don't believe the witnesses in the Bible witnessed it. You think they're fiction. They were or making something up or
Well,
high or
I
what do you think?
certainly don't think the resurrection stories in the Gospels are true. I think they're fictional. And as regards to Paul, he just had visions, and like that's
Mhm.
not evidence of resurrection. That's evidence of like mental events, psychological phenomenon occurring.
Possibly, or he really did see what he saw, and today's lens says, "Oh, it was like schizophrenia, or it was
Okay,
like he was on shrooms or something."
do we have a multitude of examples of individuals seeing things that aren't real?
Yeah, of course.
Do we have any precedents for magic and resurrection?
Um, so I've heard stories, and I don't know, I haven't verified them, but people that should have been brain dead.
Then don't bring them up. You
Okay.
haven't verified.
Okay. Well, okay, so back to a witness, the spiritual witness is because God knew we can't all be historians, scholars, archaeologists. He gave us a method
Jesus
in which we
fucking
can determine
Christ.
truth.
What is the method?
I'm just explaining how it works. What? Why is she
What is the
getting all
method?
mad?
You're annoying. Now, what's the method?
Why am I annoying? I'm trying to put out explain.
If I wanted to watch politics, I could go on a stream and figure out how people don't answer questions and like get to a point. But like,
Yeah.
No,
Come
I'm just trying to
just
give you
like
context of where I'm coming from.
if you ask me questions, I wouldn't take fucking 5 minutes of preamble just to answer the question. Just answer the question.
Okay, a spiritual witness, how we achieve that is by praying with a sincere heart, which James 1:5 says.
I've done
and
that.
Okay, and do you feel like you have anything in your life that you don't want to give up that could maybe be blocking?
When
Like,
I was
say you still want to.
when I did the praying thing, I gave up everything, buddy. I was a hardcore Christian. I was gonna become I was Catholic. I was gonna become a Franciscan friar, which meant living a life of poverty. I at one point gave up almost all my clothes and then gave up my bed and slept on a hardwood floor for over a year. That's how dedicated I was to giving up shit when I was praying. And guess what? Jesus never revealed himself to me.
Also, like, just FYI, we're so far away from the question that I forgot what it was at this point. So whatever you're doing, it's working. Because what does this have to do with evidence?
This is supposed to be his. Attempt at trying to provide us evidence of the resurrection, and it's not really working.
Well, I commend you on because not a lot of people do what you did, which and I've kind of gone down the same road, and actually I found oh my gosh, I'm sorry,
Oh boy.
but I found oh my gosh, why am I having a brain fart right now?
This whole
This is gonna
conversation's
be
been
really.
one long brain fart.
I know it's sorry. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for the cowboy hat.
Okay,
Put
well,
down the weed.
maybe
Just stop
I'm not
doing
supposed
it.
to talk about that, so I'll just chalk it up to that. But I would say it's pretty awesome what you did, and maybe there are people that have gone down the same path, me included, where I was like, hey,
And
like,
Jesus
I
did
literally
not.
feel
And Jesus did not reveal himself to me. Why is that?
I've been down that road. I really did give up everything and then some, and I was like, okay, if I don't get an answer, like, definitely he's not
Okay,
real.
I get it. You've also had absentee fathers from God.
Mhm.
Now, why should I think Jesus
But
resurrected from the dead?
because I did get an answer, and it was at a
Okay,
time where
I didn't. Why is that?
that's a good question. And sometimes, I don't know how God operates, and maybe in your point in life, it would be beneficial for you not to know, and then maybe later
Wow, what
it
a
would be
lame,
better for you to know.
what a lame ass answer. So give us reasons I think that Jesus actually resurrected from the dead, please.
Okay, here's a couple reasons, and it's not just like a. Oh my gosh, why am I so slow to this morning? I gave up caffeine as well, so it's like I've given up everything, and I'm still working out the kinks, but shoot. So
You
I,
might need it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen, if
No, no,
if this
it's just
conversation doesn't go anywhere in the next like 5 seconds, I'm gonna drop you.
okay. I'm gonna get over the hump. I promise. So what I'm saying is my evidence is things that I have always struggled with. Say like any type of addiction, or even like
This
the
doesn't tell
ups
me
and
whether
downs of life.
you being able to get over an addiction doesn't tell me whether or not Jesus resurrected. People get over addictions all the time who are atheists. It doesn't tell me anything about whether or not Jesus actually resurrected.
How do they get over it? Like, are they getting medicated? And
There are many different ways. Not one size all fits all. People with substance use disorder. You have a lot of evidence shows that community support is a big thing. Medical assisted therapy, or MATS, is another thing, depending on the substance. Things like naltrexone, for example, on alcoholics who experience euphoric symptoms, has signs of statistical significance when in like trials and clinical uses. Like that's like a very broad question, but religion not at the base of it, and we find that there are factors that occur within religion that help. But if like just on your own, thinking there's a higher power, it doesn't tell me anything.
So Alcoholics Anonymous, I went with my grandpa a lot when I was like a little kid, and you had to say there was a higher power. It was part of the process, and AA has one of the best stats for.
Nope.
No.
That's a lie. They do not have any basis. Their recidivism not verified. Don't know where you're getting this information from. Oh, probably them, because they're the ones that said this. Because yes, I've also studied it. I've gone to meetings in this process, NA and AA, and they're just a group support. They publish all this stuff. It's not verified by outside information.
You know, there are secular institutions that do the same thing as AA without the higher power nonsense, and the people
Smart does this.
Yeah.
Like it's verified therapy that works. And they don't have anything to do with the higher power. There are other programs, yeah.
So, you getting over addiction, not proof that Jesus resurrected.
Okay, fruits of the Spirit, like
are the fruits of the. I want you to name me the fruits of the Spirit, and let's find one that you could not possibly have if you're an atheist.
Long suffering.
I'm a very patient person. Trust me, I
would beg to differ.
This show
I
is
got
evidence.
the 5-second warning for having a brain fart.
The fact that you're still up here is evidence of my long suffering.
You sure about that?
I'm very sure.
Anyways, man, he's real. God's real.
He's not.
He is.
No,
I promise you.
I promise you, he's not.
The thing is,
unicorn. I have a unicorn in my backyard. I guess we're all just gonna believe that too.
Yeah.
The unicorn created the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
The unicorn created the world.
It farted it out.
Farted it. Yep.
Yeah.
What's your evidence? Is there a 2,000-year-old?
Wait, evidence is important now.
Evidence.
You have a 2,000-year-old book that testifies.
Yeah, you're just not allowed to. You're just not allowed to read it. You're not worthy.
Does it have to be? If it has to be old, like there's like tons of writings about the unicorn. I was in another live and they were talking about the unicorn too. Like this is a well documented thing.
But anyways, listen, humbleness. Thank you for wasting our time and not giving us any information whatsoever.
God's real.
Yeah. Maybe learn the Bible or something.
All right. At Jillin98 with the $10. Loving the stream with all the wacky colors you've had today. Eat Peggy inside those Christians. Also, thank you
for the galaxy. Woo! Thank you for the galaxy. Much appreciated. This show is brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you. All right.
Ooh,
Sincerely is coming up now. I sincerely hope that this will be a good conversation.
Hello?
I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18?
Huh?
Are you at least 18?
Oh, yes, sir.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And question number 3, are you a Christian?
Yeah.
All right. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. This is my co-host Ashlyn. The Bible is bullshit. Christianity is false. Jesus is dead. Which one of these 3 things would you like to talk to us about? And they're gone. Well, I don't know what to do about that. All right. We're gonna do a quick restart on TikTok. We've reached the hour mark, so we're gonna do a quick restart, and then we'll be right back to our regularly scheduled programming. Whew. Man, I tell you guys. You can see my lip is chapped a little bit. I have a really bad problem of as soon as my lips get a little bit dry, I just start chewing on them and pulling the skin off. It's a bad habit. All right. My hair also is getting quite long, isn't it?
Oh geez, sorry, TikTok like glitched for me. Wait, can you hear the fan in my background right now?
Very much so.
Oh, you should have told me. I just realized it was on. I have it on all the time, so I don't even hear it anymore.
How is this for a new and improbed Apostles' Creed stolen from the POSSFF Pine Creek Doug?
Better, I assume.
Yes, very much so. And another super chat here before I read this.
New creep. At Bjorn Hartmeyer with the 20 Danish Crones. 2,000-year-old zombie reveals himself. Oh, hell no.
If a 2,000-year-old zombie has revealed himself to you, his name is probably Withers, and he's there to help make sure that your party doesn't all completely die out.
Also, he can help collect some soldiers for you in your battle.
And change your class. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
I use that all the time, changing class. Okay. Let me take a look. What?
I am now upper class.
There is no one in the New Testament who, in the first person, identifies himself and states that they saw in the risen Jesus, other than Paul, and this was years after Jesus apparently ascended. Yeah, that's accurate, YouTube punk. Very much, very accurate. Yeah, my hair is. Does your restart help with viewership? I also do live sometimes. Would be good to know. It helps to get in fresh people, which means fresh Christians who are willing to come up and talk, have a conversation. Otherwise, it'll just end up just being friendlies and no Christians will come in. But yeah, my hair is getting quite long. I have to wear my hat now because my hair is in that state of chaos right now. Look at my guys. Look, fuck my hair right now. I didn't do anything when I woke up this morning. Yeah, we're growing it out right now. We're growing out the hair. We're gonna try to get it down to the
mullet.
I don't know. I don't know. No, I live in the South. I can't also have a mullet.
We wouldn't be able to see that much because it'd be party in the back, business in the front.
Business in front, party in the back. No, I'm gonna grow it out to my my shoulders at least. That picture I sent you of me with long hair? That's what I'm going for.
Oh. I don't even. No offense, you're too white to go bald.
Y'all have seen me go from y'all are gonna see me go from bald to having long hair. Y'all are gonna see the entire transition. It's very exciting. I grow hair quite fast. Living in the South means you can have a mullet. Well, here's the thing. Living in the South and have a mullet, it's like one step below being bald and living in the South. Like I don't want people to think I'm some dumb redneck. Darn hippie. Yep. You know, I love hugging trees. Especially the ones that are quite voluptuous, because you never know. It might be a dryad, and she might be into it. You'll grow your hair. Yes, I grow it myself. Every night I look in the mirror and I go, and I grow it just a little bit more. What's your favorite tree? Cherry blossom tree with the pink petals all over it.
Oh no shit, mine too. It's one of the reasons why I love DC so much. Oh yeah, sorry. High five.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Yes, I would love to have like a backyard or front yard full of like cherry blossom trees.
I don't think that they would bloom in Texas.
That's good thing I don't always plan on living here forever. Favorite class in Baldur's Gate 3? Sorcerer. My new favorite class.
I like Wizard.
Sorcerer is better. You wanna know why?
No.
Because
Wizard is.
you get to have these like perks that you develop as you level up. For example, one of the perks is that you can do like what's called twin. You can like twin your spells. So, for example, when you would have shot one fireball, you click this and you can shoot 2 fireballs with 1 spell slot.
Yeah, but the spells aren't as powerful. Like, you don't have access to as powerful spells. You occasionally do, but it's like the build up on a.
I beg to differ.
No, it's you. Modding doesn't count, Dalton.
No. I'm currently. No. I'm currently. I tried last night for the first time since I was sick yesterday. Everyone, was it yesterday? I was sick.
You were playing without me.
I went on my PlayStation, and I was like, I was miserable, and I sat down.
Played without me.
I play. Wait a minute, I'm gonna make that joke.
Dalton cheated on me.
Oh god. I started a playthrough.
Dalton was playing Baldur's Gate 3 without me.
I started a playthrough where with 0 mods to see if I could do it. I've gotten a lot better at playing with all of our time playing Baldur's Gate has gotten me a lot better at it.
Me too.
Dim for life. I'm going to ask you 3 questions and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
I'm at least.
All right, question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
She, her.
And question number 3, are you a Christian?
No.
All right, we are only taking opposition right now. Is there something you'd like to say to the audience before you head out?
I'm LDS. I'm an LDS member. So I guess by your definition, I am, but I don't consider myself a Christian.
Oh, okay.
I'm an LDS.
We don't talk about the Book of Mormon here. We only talk about the Bible. Are you going to want to talk about the Bible?
Yeah, we believe in the Bible as well.
All right. I think the Bible is bullshit because it contains scientific errors, historical errors, contradictions, and failed prophecy. What do you say about that?
That's cool. Yeah, you believe that? That's cool.
Okay.
I don't think you're right. I don't think you're correct.
Why do you think? Okay, yeah, give rebuttal.
Oh, okay. I guess why do you make that statement? Like, what are some things that you have discovered?
I've read the Bible. I found out that it teaches that the Earth is flat. It has historical errors in it. It has prophecies that get made that fail and cannot come to pass. Like the time it's expired, it can't come to pass. And then what's the other thing? Scientific errors, historical errors, contradiction, and it's got contradictions in it. Things that cannot.
I guess which one specifically?
Failed prophecy. Jesus made the claim that he would return before every one of the disciples died, and he didn't.
What verse is that?
That's in Matthew chapter 16, the last 2 verses. Here, I'll read it.
Read it up. Yeah, bring it up.
Yeah, Matthew chapter 16. I'll pull it up on the screen so that there's no confusion. Let's see. Second. There we go. All right. Matthew chapter 16. Jesus says, "For the Son of Man," here, I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. That's better. All right. For the Son of Man is to come with his angels in the glory of his Father, and then he will repay everyone for what has been done. Truly I tell you, there are some standing here who will not taste death before they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Did everyone there die?
I don't know who's he talking to.
His disciples.
How do you know that?
because of the context. Then
Oh, okay.
then Jesus told his disciples, and if anyone wish
Oh,
to come after me, this is all part of the same speech.
yeah.
So
So you're saying that I'm sorry, you maybe I don't know too much about the Bible, but you're saying that Jesus is making a claim here, saying that he's going to come back before they die.
yeah, truly I tell you, there are some standing here, some amongst the disciples standing here, who will not taste death before they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Now, all of the
Well,
disciples died, and Jesus never came back.
he did. He rose again
No,
after he
no,
died.
no. It's referring to the second coming, not the resurrection, because he will come
What
with
does it
his
say that?
angels and the glory of his Father, and then he will repay everyone for what has been done. The repaying of everyone for what they had done. What is that in reference to?
What is it? I don't know. You tell me.
It's the
What's he repaying?
It's the second coming. You
How do you
know,
know?
because what do you think? What else would that be? When did Jesus?
Well, I don't know.
When did
You
Jesus?
tell me. I'm trying to
When
learn.
did Jesus? Why do you want me to do all the work for you? Why can't you
Well,
do
you're
anything?
the one.
Do some
You're the one
thinking.
making.
Do some
You're the one
thinking for
making the claim.
yourself. Come on,
I am. I'm asking.
you're as a Christian, you should know what it means
I'm
for
an
Jesus.
LDS member.
You're a Christian, yes. As a Christian, you should know what it means for the Son of Man to come with his angels and the glory of his Father and repaying everyone for what they had done.
Well, I guess
That's
my
obvious
question
what
is.
that's about.
It's not obvious.
It's
I
very
guess.
obvious.
Well, show me how obvious it is.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second. There's a. How do I got a screen fell down. Oh, there it is over here for some reason. Fuck me. All right. Well, give me a second. Yeah, because
Like where you getting repay? Like you're saying repay means the second
where am
coming.
I getting repaid? It's right here in the text.
But
He will
like
repay everyone for what has
what
been
is
done.
but what is where are you getting that means the second coming of Christ?
Yeah, because the book of Revelation speaks specifically about Jesus
Pull it
giving
up.
everyone the rewards when he
Pull it up.
returns at the second coming.
Pull it
Everyone
up.
knows that. Every Christian.
I don't.
I don't. I guess you're just ignorant on Christian doctrine. But Jesus coming in the glory of his angels. I mean, Matthew 24 talks about the Son of
Well,
Man
you're
coming
just making
with his
assumptions. Though. You're
angels.
not really,
It's not
you're
an
just making
assumption.
assumptions.
Not an assumption.
You are.
Not an assumption. It's based on what the
All right.
Bible says.
Just because what you read.
Matthew, dude, chill out. Matthew
It's man.
24.
It's actually she her. So
I call everyone dude.
please.
So chill out.
Well,
Now
can you not call me dude? Because I'm not a dude. I'm
you
a
are
man.
you're a dude. Everyone's a dude.
Oh
Ashland's
wow,
a dude.
cool,
Ashland's
cool.
a
Flag,
dude.
flag.
You're a
You're
dude.
not an ally. Cool. You're not an ally, dude.
I know
Take that
you like
flag
what I
down.
know you like to
Take that
pretend.
flag.
Everyone is a dude. Dude is gender. It's like
Gender
not
neutral.
a gender. Yeah, it's a gender neutral term.
I can refer to Ashland as a dude. She's a she,
I've-
her.
She's a cisgender female. That's why.
Yet you can refer to any kind of. You can refer to a cis woman or a trans woman as dude.
I don't. You guys aren't trans.
Anyway, shut up. Now, Dim.
Dude,
Everyone who knows anything about Christianity knows what it means for the Son of Man to come in the glory of his Father with his angels, repaying everyone. I'm sorry if maybe you're a bit behind on
Hold on one second.
on your Bible education
Let me ask you.
and you
Let me
don't
ask you a
know.
question. Let me
Yeah,
ask you a
sure.
question. If you don't know how to refer someone by their pronouns, how can I?
I did use correct pronouns.
Whoa.
She and her are your
How
pronouns.
am I getting you?
Dude is not a pronoun.
I'm not a dude. First of all.
This isn't going to be virtue signaling politics about how
would
you
like
feel
to-
about the term dude.
I would.
We advocate on behalf of
would like
trans
to-
individuals. This
I
isn't
would
about
like-
this.
Yeah,
I
you're-
don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. You're not going to.
You're not going to make it
I
about
need an apo-
this.
You're not going to obfuscate
You're
the
not an
conversation. You're not going to obfuscate.
You
Everyone
are
here.
si-
Everyone here knows I'm an ally.
are not
you're
an
not
ally.
Gonna, you're not going to
You are
convince.
not.
You're not going to convince
not-
anyone
you are-
of that I'm not an ally
no.
by acting like this.
Dude,
Everyone
you're
here
not-
knows I'm an ally. You coming up here.
You are not-
doing this. You're doing this to dodge. You're dodging.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
I'll-
I'm-
okay.
Yeah, I will drop you if you don't get
I'm
back
sorry.
into the
I'm sorry,
conversation.
I'm sorry. Let's get back to the conversation.
All right, that was a nice little attempt. Now we're gonna get back to the conversation.
Let's get back.
Now, everyone who's anyone who's
I-
smart, who
it's
actually
okay, I
knows
forgive you.
anything
It's fine. I forgive
about
you.
the
It's fine.
Bible, shut up.
First of all, it's
anyone,
fine.
I don't care if you think it's fine.
It's-
I couldn't give it less of a shit.
I-
Now, your opinion doesn't matter on this topic. Now,
Wow, you're not.
yeah. Bye. That was them trying to run away from the conversation because they knew they weren't gonna. They knew
Yeah.
they had no leg to stand on, so they tried to make me look like a trans.
Also, that's harmful, by the way. to the trans community to try and use your identity to do that when you know, just if you are born in the 90s, dude is gender neutral. It always has been. I use dude to refer to all sorts of individuals. That's baseless and harmful to it's not about that. Like that's wild.
I have a feeling that they were just like trolling. I have a hard feeling about it. But listen, they could not deal with the Bible, so they had to obfuscate to try to make me into a transphobe. Anyone who's watches the Bible Guys show knows damn well I'm not a transphobe. I think the fact that I've literally been in bed with my ex is trans.
Don't say that.
Not to tokenize, but like I love me a trans person. I'm just saying. Now this is it's crazy. But they had to do that because they weren't able to actually engage with what the Bible actually says. Now, Matthew 24 and the book of Revelation makes it very clear that when the Son of Man comes in the glory of his Father with his angels to repay everyone, that is the second coming. So now everyone here knows, nope, verse 28 is not separate. In fact, when that's a nice little claim, but when Jesus starts by saying amen, amen, the word amen at the beginning of verse 28 is or truly, I tell you, it's the Greek. In Greek, it's amen, which is a Hebrew loan word from into the Greek. It is verifying that what I'm about to say verifies the thing I just said. So it's not separate. It's actually quite related. Verse 28 is connected to verse 27. You don't get to artificially separate them, as if Jesus suddenly is talking about something new. All right. We're going to talk to Optim. I don't know. Sai, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
No, but I'm 17.
Well, come back next year. Everyone make sure you tap that screen, share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. Let's get the word out there so we can have some interesting conversations about the Bible with adults. That'd be great. With competent, rational adults.
You're not gonna find that.
Yeah, well, rational, competent Christian adults. That is a rarity. That is for sure. All right. Sincerely is here. Sincerely, welcome back.
Wait, hold on. You know what I just noticed?
What?
That last guest just assumed that I was a cisgender woman.
Ooh. Look at that. Someone's a hypocrite.
Yeah, my
Sincerely.
bad, bro. I was playing Fortnite, bro. That's my bad.
Yeah, don't do that. Okay, so yeah, which one of the 3 topics that you want to talk to us about?
Oh, the first one.
Yeah, the Bible's bullshit because of the scientific errors, historical errors, contradictions, and failed prophecies.
Contradictions? Where's contradictions in it?
Yeah, would you like just a really, really simple one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, here, let me pull it up real quick. We're gonna be reading about now this is when Jesus sends out the 12 on their missions to go out, and preach the gospel. We're gonna read first from Mark 6, and then we're gonna read the same exact story found in Matthew chapter 10. So
You said Mark what?
Mark chapter 6. Mark 6.
And what?
And Matthew 10, but we'll just start with Mark 6 right now. All right, Mark chapter 6, we'll start from verse 6. And he was amazed at their unbelief. Then he went out about among the villages teaching. He called the 12 and began to send them out 2 by 2 and gave them authority over the unclean spirits. He ordered them to take nothing for their journey except a staff, no bread, no bag, no money in their belts, but to wear sandals and not to put on their 2 tunics. So Jesus gives a list of the things the apostles are not allowed to take with them on their journey. But he does make an exception. And what is that exception?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Tells them
Here, I'll put it on the screen. It'll be easier for you to see. He ordered them to take nothing for their journey except a staff, no bread, no bag, no money in their belts. What is the exception to the things they are allowed to take?
What'd you say? I'm sorry, what?
What is the exception to the thing they are allowed to take?
It says except the staff.
All right, so they are allowed to take a staff, right?
Sure.
All right. We're going to read the same exact passage as given in Matthew chapter 10. All right. Then Jesus summoned his 12 disciples and gave them authority over unclean spirits to cast them out and to cure every disease and every sickness. These, he gives the name of them. These 12 Jesus sent out with the following instructions. Do not take a road leading to the Gentiles. The kingdom will cure. Let me see. Where is the exact verse? The corresponding.
I saw it. It says or a staff. I saw it right there.
Yeah.
It says not to take anything but a staff. Anything including a staff. So
yeah, there we go. Yeah, take no gold or silver or copper belts, no bag for your journey or 2 sandals, or a staff. Can't take a staff. So that is like directly a contradiction. Yes, like take nothing except a staff. Take nothing, not even a staff.
Can you pull up the Greek there?
Yeah. Sure. Pull up the Greek. Matthew chapter 10, verse 9, let's see. Nor yet staves, which the Greek here, neither choose nor work of his hand meets. Yeah, here we go. Mede rabdon. Mede rabdon. So rabdon means staff. Mede is the negation. So no staff.
Okay. Hold up. I'll pull up the Greek with you. I want to go to the. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, can you go to the verse before that in Matthew 10:9, and go to the Greek word. I think it's ketesethi.
Yeah, provide. Provide neither. What is this? Why'd you ask me about this word?
No, like click on the Strongs.
Why? What does this add to the? What does this add to the conversation?
Because right there it says. Because like the word has a semantic range.
It means to acquire, to get, procure a thing for oneself.
Yeah. So this. By the way, I like your glasses. They're really cool. That's random, but yeah, it has a semantic range. So I would say it just means don't, when you're on the road, don't require or get
a staff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now in Mark 6, what is the thing you are allowed to take?
It says you are allowed to take a staff.
All right,
so bring it with you.
Yeah, acquiring. What do you think acquire means?
Can you go to the Greek word that it uses in Mark?
Jeez.
Sure. He's like, oh God, there's got to be something in the Greek that saves me. There's got to be. Okay, let's see.
No, I heard this before. I actually learned it from someone else.
Yeah, which word in the Greek do you want me to look up?
The word, because I'm pretty sure where it says don't take anything with you except the staff is just saying that like when you're going on your journey, don't bring anything but the staff. But
don't bring anything except a staff. And then the other one says, do not get a staff.
But here it's saying don't acquire a staff while you're on your journey. So
is this really the defense you're trying to give right now? Is this really defense you want to give?
Yeah, because I think what you're trying to say is that he says you can bring a staff, and then here you're saying that he's saying you can't bring a staff, but What I'm
Here,
getting
Luke,
is that
Luke says, using the exact same word as the Gospel of Mark, being aro, says,
no, not Luke. Can you
take
go to
nothing.
the
Oh
verse you
yeah,
pulled
yeah.
up?
I'm going to the same passage as it's found in the Gospel of Luke. And he
No,
said
not
unto
you didn't
them,
pull up
take
Luke. You brought up
nothing for
Mark and
your
Matthew.
yeah. The Luke has the same story in it. Synoptic Gospels
Okay,
has the same
but we're
story in
looking at
it.
the Greek
Same,
word that
same.
you
Yep.
brought the verses.
And in the Greek of the Gospel of Luke,
Okay,
it
but
uses the
you're
same
being
Greek word
dishonest
as the
now. You
Gospel
have
of
a good day,
Mark.
bro. I still like your glasses.
Oh, don't run away. Oh, he ran. What's with all the cowards today? Every one of you Christians, absolute fucking cowards. Running away, tail between their legs. He was like, oh no. The Greek he's going to prove me wrong in the Greek. I got to run before he disproves my point. Man, it's like the simplest contradiction in the Bible. And they try to weasel their way out of it too. That's crazy. The dishonesty. Frank Turek has that old that really cliche thing. He says, I don't have enough faith to be an atheist. I don't have enough dishonesty to be a Christian. Cody says Jesus loves you so much, by the way. He doesn't if he's dead. Funny that. And he is dead. It's such a weak one too. Lukewarm contradict. It's not a weak. I mean, it's literally an example of P and not P. It's like the most contradiction that could have ever contradicted. A person with a PhD in language and cultures translated the Bible version, right? The person who translated the Bible knew what they were doing when they said, take a staff and don't take a staff. God couldn't manage contradict me down, Daddy. God couldn't manage two people, kick them out, let them become more, killed them all, let them become more, and someday we'll kill everyone once again. Yeah, God's really bad at maintaining his projects. The translation Babel game is the last respite of flailing Dunning-Krugerites. That is true. We got a guest here now who doesn't have a username, so I'm gonna have to ask him 4 questions. Question number 1: what should we call you?
You should just call me, I don't know, whatever.
All right, whatever. I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. Whatever. Are you at least 18?
I am 18.
And whatever. What pronouns do you go by?
I go by he, him.
And are you a Christian?
No, sir.
I'm sorry, we are only taking Christians at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
Opposition only, everyone. Opposition only. If you're a Christian and you'd like to come up and talk about the Bible with us, what the fuck? What pronouns do you go by? He, him. I go by he, him. Ashlyn, what pronouns do you go by?
She, her.
Man, not difficult at all. People get so bent out of shape because I asked them for something as simple as pronouns. You know why I asked that? It's a test. And so many Christians fail the test. What's a he, him? I'm a he, him. And he, him is me. Pronouns are taught in elementary school. Yeah, we all learned about pronouns in elementary school. But Christians are either not smart enough to know or they're too dishonest. You are being respectful. Exactly. Throwing sissy fits all the time. Every one of them. Every one of them. Yeah. Lots of snowflakes complaining about pronouns. Christians are the biggest snowflakes. Christian conservatives, snowflake central. I mean, goddamn, a MAGA convention looks like a snow blizzard. They think pronouns will make them LGBTQ. Yeah. And as a result, God is gay. They're homeschooled. All right, AC is coming up now. AC, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1,
All right.
are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And question number 3, are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
All right, I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. This is my co-host, Ashland. The Bible is bullshit. Christianity is false. Jesus is dead. Which one of these 3 topics would you like to talk to us about?
Christianity is false.
All right, the reason I think Christianity is false is because Christianity makes a claim that Jesus is the Christ, the Messiah, and yet he didn't fulfill even one messianic prophecy from the Old Testament?
Well, I think it was probably pretty tough for Jesus to accomplish these messianic aims, especially when he knew very few of them. I mean, perhaps some of the scrolls that he had access to were very, very sparse on detail, so you have to understand that. So Jesus did the best he could, I guess, is my
Is he
argument.
not the Son of God?
He is the Son of God, but you have to understand that here in physicality, in the physical material plane, it is very, very difficult to get anything accomplished. So I think he did a good
Yo,
job. I do.
Dad,
Well,
help me do this.
wait. If someone took a test and they got 0 out of 0, they got 0 out of 10 questions right, did they do a good job?
Well, can we talk about some of these messianic prophecies that?
Yeah. What do you think he even fulfilled? I don't even think he fulfilled even one. If you leave the screen, I won't be able to hear you. I have a Bible if you want us to open up the Bible.
AC, if you leave the screen, we cannot hear you on TikTok, and if you're gone too long, it will kick you.
AC, come back. Why do they keep doing this?
I don't know.
And he's gone. All right.
It was like, how do I get out of here?
Yeah. Micah, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Question number 1, are you at least 18?
Yes.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
I don't use pronouns.
That's a lie. Try again. What pronouns do you go by?
Just call me Micah, dude.
Nope. Micah's not a pronoun. What pronouns do you go by? We don't move forward in the conversation till you answer.
Him, because I'm Himothy.
There you go. He, him. And are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
Of course, because no one else would both use a pronoun and then say they don't use pronouns. I is a pronoun, by the way. Now, the Bible is bullshit. Christianity is false. Jesus is dead. Pick a topic.
I'm not here to debate about that. Go on your phone, definition, dictionary.com. What's the definition of an atheist?
No.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Does this say at the top of the screen? Does it say the Micah Show?
No. It says
No,
I'm an atheist.
It
right?
says yeah.
An atheist is someone who does not believe in God.
We're not
and
debating.
Here you are trying to debate people that God.
We're not debating the meaning of the semantic meaning of the word atheist.
Oh my gosh.
It's not one of the topics on the board.
They really just can't defend their God, so they have to do everything that they can. Honestly, I do the same. You're not doing a good job.
My God, all the time.
This is a troll.
Show us that you actually know jack shit about the Bible and talk about one of the 3 topics on the board.
I know a lot of things about the Bible. I was raised a Christian my entire life.
What are the first 5 books of the Bible?
You see, got Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, all of it. You know.
Wait.
Just because I can't pronounce the word.
Deuteronomy. Also, you missed the book of Numbers.
Yeah, that was only 4.
Here's the thing.
So not only do you not know the first 5 books of the Bible, you can't fucking count. So I expect that though from someone who doesn't know how pronouns work. Now, I'm not convinced that you actually do know anything about the Bible. So you're going to pick one of the 3 topics and we're going to talk about it. So we can show the class another Christian who doesn't know the Bible.
Also, what's a W-2?
It's taxes, dude.
All right.
Yeah,
you're giving 16-year-old and not someone who's at least 18. So pick a topic.
No.
Pick a topic.
You're saying the Bible is BS.
Yeah, the Bible's bullshit. The Bible is bullshit precisely because it contains scientific errors, historical errors, contradictions, and failed prophecies.
How?
For example, a failed prophecy. Isaiah chapter 52, verse 1. God gave a promise to the children of Israel as they were leaving the exile that the unclean and the uncircumcised would never enter into them again. And then along came the Greeks who are both unclean and uncircumcised. So, what the fuck happened there?
Dude,
nervous
you know
laughter.
so much. No, you know so much about the Bible for an atheist.
Well, that's why that's how I became an atheist, is by reading the Bible.
Most atheists I know more about the Bibles than most Christians that I know.
Most atheists are not actual atheists because atheists don't believe that there's a God.
I know you want to debate the meaning of the word atheist so much. Not gonna
Christ.
happen. Not gonna happen. I'm an atheist.
Because you know, because you're not an atheist.
I'm an atheist. You don't get to tell me what I am. Now, Micah, on my show, you don't get to tell me what I am. Now, Micah, I think you're trying really, really hard to run from the Bible because you don't know
It's
it.
okay, dude. I'm gonna pray for you, bro.
I'm gonna think for you. I'll think for you because you don't know the Bible. You're embarrassing, Mike. Guys,
I'm not embarrassing nobody. I'm just saying I'm gonna pray.
The number one
You're
thing
gonna
that
have to accept this
Christian,
prayer.
the number
All
one,
right.
no, ooh,
I love y'all.
that's rapey.
I love everybody in this life so much that I'm gonna
ew.
pray for y'all. All right. So that's what I believe.
Giving.
So, have a
great
great your day, brother.
Ew,
Don't know the
gross. That guy was a prapist. Anyone who doesn't know what a prapist is someone who acts like a rapist in their prayer life. They're like, I'm going to pray for you whether you want it or not. Gross. Fuck. I cast counter curse, counter spell. So back at you.
What really happened is I cast silence and disconnected the gas. No, I'm kidding. I didn't do that.
All right. Reckless. Hopefully this will be a better conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18?
Yep.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
What pronouns do I go by?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't go by any pronouns.
So that's the answer to that is no, it's not going to be a better conversation. Everyone goes by pronouns. Pronouns are used by every single person on the planet.
Well, what do you think my pronoun would be? I don't know.
I'm not going to guess. Do you not know what pronouns are?
I mean, yeah, I know what pronouns are, but I've never had anyone ask me what my pronouns are. What the fuck does that even mean?
Ashley, ask me a question that no one's ever asked me before, and I'll be able to answer it.
What's a 179 deduction?
How am I supposed to know what no one's ever asked you before?
You just make some bullshit up. I'll just answer the question.
What color is your butthole?
It's the same color as the rest of my skin. Look at that. No one's ever asked me. That's actually someone. No one's ever asked me before the question of what color is my butthole, but that didn't stop me from answering the question. So now that we now know that humans are capable of answering questions they've never been asked before, because technically every time you've been asked a question for the first time, you were able to answer it. So now you're gonna answer my question. What pronouns do you go by?
What's a 179D deduction? What?
I'm sorry, that's not an answer to my question.
A tax deduction?
Reckless, stop running from the question. Why are Christians so allergic to answering questions? What pronouns do you go by, Reckless?
Dude, I honestly have no idea what pronouns I go by.
Okay, here, I'll help you out then. Examples of third-person pronouns in the English language are he, him, she, her, they, them. Which ones do you go by?
I'm a god, so I'd go by he.
There we go. We got there eventually. 2 minutes of my life I'll never get back. Question number 3. Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Shocker. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. The Bible is bullshit. Christianity is false. Jesus is dead. Pick one of the 3 topics.
Also, just a side note, Dalton, I'm very concerned about your butthole color because that's not normal.
Oh, I've never actually looked at my butthole, so I wouldn't actually know. Anyways, this is besides the point. I'll let someone else determine that at a later date.
I'm really.
Anyways, Reckless.
What the hell?
Oh, Genghis over here trying to sneakily use a slur. Well, guess what, Genghis? You're not smart. Anyways, Reckless, which one of the 3 topics on the board would you like to talk to us about?
Jesus is not dead. But real quick, can I ask you what does bios
stand for?
No. Now,
See, you can't answer the question because you don't know. That's like
Reckless, I know you really don't want to talk about the topic, so you're trying
no,
to
no,
ask
no.
us questions. You're doing the same thing every Christian's done today. Asking us questions have nothing to do with the conversation. Now, you make the
All
claim
right,
that Jesus is not dead. Here's my syllogism.
Yes.
Humans
Yes.
don't live to be 2,000 years old. Been 2,000 years since Jesus was alive. Therefore, Jesus is dead. Unless you can give us a better reason to think otherwise.
I believe Jesus is in heaven.
Okay, what's the evidence for that?
My faith. There's no actual evidence other than my faith.
I love that you basically said I have no evidence.
Yeah, I don't have no evidence.
Why should I believe it then?
I mean, I think you should believe it because it's, morally right. I mean,
Wait.
even
What makes it morally right to hold the belief that Jesus exists in heaven? What makes that morally right?
I mean, how did anything get here?
That's unrelated to that. How and in what universe? In what universe does that question answer? Does that answer give the question answer the question that I guess?
Guys,
So-
you know why I don't believe there's a God? Dalton's butthole.
That's like exactly like that's exactly the amount of like non sequitur nonsense that you just proposed to us. The origin of the universe has nothing to do with answering the question of whether or not I should think that's a moral thing to believe in the statement that Jesus exists in heaven right now.
So I guess what I'm getting at is something had to create the universe and the earth.
Well, no, it doesn't. But even if I believed in a God, still wouldn't believe that Jesus exists in heaven or that question was a moral question.
I think, well, I'm saying like the way that you live going towards what the Bible says in the New Testament.
But why should
I mean,
care
if you
what
live
the Bible says?
like Jesus, well, I mean,
it's just like the opinion
I
of
mean,
some people from a long time ago.
that's part of being a Christian.
Yes,
you
I
believe in the
understand.
Bible.
But it's just the opinion of a bunch of people who lived 2,000 years ago. Why should I care about their opinion?
Because Jesus was performing miracles.
Prove it.
I mean, if you make a time machine, we could probably go back in time and prove it. But
So
that's about the only way I know how to prove that.
So
that's why I said you got to have faith.
No, faith is useless if you're the kind of person who actually cares about what's true. I want to believe as many true things as possible and disbelieve as many false things as possible. And a miracle. Hi, Jovan. If you're not able to provide me evidence, I don't want to fucking believe you. I want to believe things that are true. Faith is how you believe in things that aren't true. Faith is gullibility. There are people like you who have faith and it leads you to one position, like Jesus is in heaven, he's the Messiah. And then there are people who have faith and it leads them to different positions, like Jesus never died on the cross. Muslims believe that on faith.
So I guess I feel it in my soul, man. Like I just don't think when you get unalived that you're that just lights out. I mean, is that what you think? It's just lights out, black, nothing.
Well, unless you give me evidence to think otherwise, I have to think that.
So you think it's like when you step on an ant, and their life's over. You think that's the same with us humans?
Well, hopefully I won't be stepped on.
Ants.
I mean, at least not in. I would love to get stepped on by maybe some really hot goth woman or something like that. I don't know, but
I'd be my wife.
That won't be how I die though. Maybe I don't know, but as far as what happens after we die, we have no evidence that anything happens to us after we die, other than what happens to our bodies.
I just don't feel like it's just lights out. It's over. No more thinking. I mean, I might be wrong. Look, I ain't saying that I'm right.
All I'm getting from this is that it makes you uncomfortable, but it doesn't tell me whether or not you haven't given me a reason. I think it's not that.
I mean, well, I'm just asking. So, I mean, you think that the universe just popped up one day? And I know you can say
I don't.
Do I think God just popped up? But
no, I don't.
I want to hear. Well, I want to hear your opinion. How did all this get here?
I don't think the universe came into being.
What do you think we are then?
I'm a Homo sapien.
So
great ape. I'm a great ape, but part of that too.
I'm
many different things. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. I don't know.
I'm a single mom who works 2 jobs and loves her kids and never stops.
Like, what the fuck? How is this any of this, what you're asking me, an answer to the question of why should I think that Jesus is in heaven?
I have a real simple question. If God's real, why hasn't he shown himself to me? The one thing he knows for a fact will make me believe in him. He ain't done it.
If God's real, why doesn't Dalton know the color of his butthole?
Yeah.
Well, he's never bent over in front of a mirror.
Yeah. Facts.
That'd be kind of weird.
Giovanni, you missed it.
Why doesn't, like, Giovanni is right, though. Like, God your God, do you believe that God is all-knowing?
Yes.
So God knows what it would take to convince me of his existence, right?
Yes.
Is God all-powerful?
In some sense, he's so powerful we can't understand.
All right, so is he powerful enough to do the thing that he knows would convince me?
Yeah.
Okay. Does God have a desire for me to know him?
Yes. That's why he sent Jesus, right?
Well, if God desires,
Why not just come himself?
Yeah.
Pause.
If God
What?
desires for me to know him, knows exactly how to convince me that he exists, and is powerful enough to do that thing, then why don't I currently know that God exists?
Because you're failing to see the miracles, and you're not wanting to believe.
Wait.
He didn't show us miracles.
Yeah, he didn't. First off, I've never seen the fucking.
Shouldn't every age
It's
get
in
a
the book.
Jesus? If it's so important that why not just do another Jesus? He could do it again, right? Like pretty
No,
easily.
because I mean it's written in how it's supposed to be though in the Bible. So then he
Well,
would.
The Bible is full of shit. And
Is it written how it's supposed to be? When was Jesus born? Was it Passover or not? Was it before or after Passover?
That's the crucifixion, Jovan.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. When was he crucified? Before or after the Passover?
After.
You sure about that?
You're right if you're talking about one Bible. Well, actually, you're not right on any account. Like, one gospel positions Jesus as being crucified on Passover. Another gospel positions Jesus as being born before God, Jovan, you've gotten me here.
Whoops.
Was killed before Passover. The Gospels, like the reason that I'm an atheist today is because of this book, because I know this book so well. The Bible is not going to be your best bet for why I should think God exists. The Bible is the reason why I think God doesn't exist.
And again, he could show up in my mirror tonight, and he would have a loyal follower.
Yeah, but the thing is he sent Jesus. That's the thing about Christianity is you gotta have.
Why should I think that God sent Jesus? And also, that would not, God sending Jesus 2,000 years ago is not sufficient for me to believe that God exists. Especially when all we have is this.
What's up with your following? You look much older than your majority following of these young, half-naked women.
Well, this was my cousin's profile, and yeah.
Yeah. Seems plausible.
Yeah. But anyways, why do
but
you said the reason I don't
matter.
believe is because I failed to see. Well, that doesn't matter. God not know a way to demonstrate his existence to me in a way that would not elude even me?
But you're missing my point. What I'm saying is,
you're missing my point.
I just want to throw out, we didn't fail to see, God failed to show.
Yep, exactly.
But that's where you're wrong. Like y'all are failing to have the faith that God chose the right people to write.
Faith is not a good method for getting to the truth. We've already discussed this. Muslims have faith, yeah?
Yeah.
Does their faith lead them to the correct conclusion?
No, didn't their faith begin with Muhammad in a cave?
So faith can get you to the truth and to something that's false. It looks like faith is no better for getting to the truth than flipping a coin. I need something a bit more substantial for getting to your truth. Maybe I don't know, evidence?
Some contemporary would be great.
But I can have faith that I'm about to have $1 million in my bank account.
Exactly, which is why faith is useless, because faith doesn't tell you anything about what's real or true. It only tells you about what you want to be real and true. Evidence is what shows us about what is true. Do you have evidence that
I've had faith for a long time
I
that
don't
I'm gonna
care.
have $1 million in my bank account, and guess
And
what?
you don't.
I got over $1 million. Yes, I do.
I don't believe you.
Well, hang on a second. I go to my office and load up my bank account.
Yeah, go
Hang
ahead.
on.
Go ahead. Go ahead and say, prove it to me. $1 million.
Okay.
Such a dumb pivot.
Yeah.
Okay.
10,000. Here, I'm just gonna wait a minute. Watch this, guys. To a person who's got $1 million, over $1 million, 10,000 is like nothing, right?
Hang on. Here.
Wait.
Yeah.
No. Answer my question. To the person who has $1 million, I don't care about your screen. Turn it off. To the person who has
No,
$1
I'm
million,
gonna show you. I'll prove to you. I'll
No,
log
no,
into my bank statement.
No. This is how you prove it to me. A person who's
No.
got $1 million, $10,000 is nothing to them, right?
Yeah, it is. $10,000 is a lot, dude. What do you mean?
Wow, someone's stingy as fuck. Anyways, I don't give a shit about your faith. I don't give a shit about your faith. I don't give a shit about your bank statements. Faith is not a good tool for getting to the truth. We've already, $10,000
I'm more
is like
interested.
is
I'm more
literally
interested why the
1%.
guy who wants to follow Jesus Christ has $1 million.
Yeah, what does Jesus say about being rich?
I actually just sold a company, so
What does Jesus say about being rich?
I don't know what he says about being rich.
It's
Homie didn't
easier.
read the
It's
Bible.
easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Okay, so is $1 million me being rich?
Yes.
Yes.
Me having $1 million, I'm rich.
Yes.
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 I don't think y'all realize how quick $1 million can be blown.
If this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah. This is
What's
talking
the
about being out of touch.
what's the top most tax bracket in the U.S.?
What's the what? Sorry.
What's the top most tax bracket in the U.S.?
Like money wise? I don't know. What is it?
No, the other thing tax brackets would measure. Obviously, money wise.
Yeah, I don't know. What is it?
It's $400,000. If you
Okay.
make over $400,000, guess what you're considered in the U.S.?
I mean, I'm guessing you're going to say rich.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, you're a rich man, and what do you think Jesus? Yeah.
My brain.
Good luck getting into heaven with all that money. You should really, if you want to
What-
be more
what
like,
about-
if you want to be more like Jesus, you should probably look into. Do you know who Saint Francis of Assisi is?
No, I don't.
That's a real follower of Jesus right there. He gave away everything. In fact, I wanted to be so much like him that I gave away most of my clothes. Even gave away my bed and slept on the floor for a year just so I could be more like
To be
Jesus.
fair,
But-
nobody would take them. He had to just dump them in a dumpster.
But I don't think you can go to heaven if you're like Elon Musk rich.
No,
Here.
at all.
At all.
Any wealth, any hoarding of wealth at all, and Jesus said is bad.
Store up not for yourself treasures on earth where moth
Ready?
and rust destroy, but rather store up for
No,
yourself treasures
don't-
in
don't-
heaven.
Don't cut
No
it
one-
off now that I
no-
got it up. Hang
no
on.
one- no one
You
gives-
said you want to see proof.
No one gives a
Homie,
shit.
unless
gives a
you give all that money away, you're not going to heaven.
Yeah. Unless that
Yeah,
bank,
why do you
unless
think- why-
unless
why do
unless that bank account says $0, I don't give a shit. Now
Well,
we're gonna get back into the topic because you're incapable.
well,
Give
hey,
me
look,
give me reasons.
Hang on.
No.
Let me say
Give
one
me
more thing. You would have been
give me reasons to think that Jesus is actually not dead.
I actually have $997,000 in this bank
I don't-
account.
I
So
don't get-
actually, you would.
That's 997,000 reasons you're not
Are
going to
we
heaven.
this insecure? Is
Oh,
that the
I'm
only
just
thing you
saying.
have going for you?
That
I'm just saying you
that-
would have
that
been
is the only-
right.
that is the only thing. Anyways, Reckless. I could
Okay.
not. Here, I'll say it one more time, and this say I'll say it slowly so that you'll really understand. I do not give a shit how much money you have. What I give a shit about is whether or not you have evidence that Jesus resurrected from the dead. You got that? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right.
I
What is
done
the
told
evidence?
you.
What is the evidence?
God put the people on this planet to write the New Testament.
Prove it. Prove that God is responsible for people writing the New Testament. I read this book.
I
It
mean-
doesn't look like it's God inspired. Would you expect a God inspired book to have contradictions and lies in it?
I can prove. I can tell you how you can find out real easy.
Oh, yeah.
But I wouldn't recommend
yeah.
it. But
yeah, go ahead.
Does
Go
it
ahead.
does it involve getting on your knees?
I mean,
It's gonna be,
it could.
It's gonna be
yeah.
fucking. It's gonna be prayer, isn't it?
No, it's not. You could no. It's
What's
not.
gonna be? What's gonna be the surefire way that I can demonstrate that you can demonstrate to me that the Bible is from God?
Well, it'd be real easy, and unfortunately, you'll probably do it one day, but you'd probably swallow a bullet one day. and then you're gonna find out real quick what it's like.
Wow, you're so tough, my guy.
Go paint your fingernails.
Is
big
Will
man.
Baby upset that we talk bad about his money? Is Will Baby upset we talk bad about his money? Oh, Will Baby.
Did you just like inadvertently tell the host to off themselves?
He did.
No, I'm saying
that's Christian. Or it's either he's either telling me to off myself, or he's telling me that he hopes I get killed, I get shot, like Charlie Kirk did.
What a good Christian man.
What a good Christian
No,
man.
I didn't say that.
This is the love of Christ right
I
here,
didn't say
everyone. A Christian man telling me that one day,
that's how
hopefully I'll get shot in the face, and that's how I know that.
I didn't
God
say that.
exists. So
What else does swallowing a fucking bullet mean, you
know that-
asshole? Like, we're not dumb.
I said, swallowing a bullet. Obviously, that's what that means. But I'm saying that's how it could prove it to you immediately, right now.
Christian man.
You could find out if there's a maker or not by swallowing a bullet.
No, Reckless.
I didn't tell you.
Reckless, you dumb cunt. Listen to me really closely. If it turns out that I'm correct, I won't find out if I die, because I will cease to exist, and I won't know whether or not I was right or wrong. So you're wrong already there.
I'll tell you this though.
Are you telling us you have no evidence for the resurrection? That's what I'm getting.
Well, real quick, Dalton, I just want to mention, if it turns out, Reckless, that you're right, you're fucked, bro.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not.
You're big time fucked, my guy.
Yeah. You rich fuck. You're totally fucked.
You're going to hell.
Dalton, I just want to say, I know the surefire way for you to figure out why fire is hot. Just stick your hand in it. Duh.
Yeah, exactly.
No, what is no?
Yeah, you want to know if fire's
no,
hot?
What a stupid fucking thing to say.
No, you idiot. Should I also put my fingers in the fucking electrical socket to know that it's got electricity in it? This person has zero.
Your fingers will fit in there.
Has 2 brain cells, and they're both fighting for first place. Reckless.
Your fingers are.
I think what you've basically shown us that you have zero evidence for your position. Is that what we're getting from this?
As I told you in the beginning, I have zero evidence, only faith.
All right.
I told you this already.
He's a single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops.
Single hands in the heart of a fighter. Copyright.
These guests today, Jovan. These guests. It's so bad. The 7th person now said Jesus is dead. I think we need an official tally going for this.
Jesus.
I just got back from seeing Spider-Man.
Was it okay? Without spoilers, was it good?
Spoil it.
8.5 out of 10. That's my score.
What was that? 8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10.
I'm excited. I'm going to be seeing it sometime this upcoming week.
I give it 8.5 out of 10. No spoilers.
I'm guessing. Okay, listen. I'm gonna guess. Listen, I'm not gonna say anything. A couple weeks ago, you and I did a show. There was something that you had a grievance about, a potential grievance. I'm guessing since you rated it so high, that potential grievance is not actually a factor.
Do you want me to answer that question? Because that will spoil something major in the movie for you.
Okay, no. Okay, no.
Wait, or did I tell you what the grievance was?
Your grievance was that Sadie Sink was playing Jean Grey. I'm not gonna. Okay, don't say anything. I'll find.
Yeah, I'm not gonna answer that question.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but my only response is 8.5 out of 10.
Okay, I'm excited now. All right,
but there's no response to whether the grievance is true or not. 8.5 out of 10 though.
All right,
I liked it.
Darcy, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question
Wait,
number
4.
1.
You got to ask if he's a single mom who works 2 jobs.
Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
Yes, I'm 35.
Question number 2: what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
All right. Wait a minute. Question number 3: are you a Christian?
Yes, but I don't agree with everything every Christian believes, but I do believe that Jesus was important and somewhat divine. So yeah, we'll start there.
And are you a single mom that works too hard?
I think we're all single moms that work too hard, man. It's just...
Damn, that was deep. I love that. Okay. I'm Dalton the Bible guy. I think the Bible's bullshit. Christianity is false. And Jesus is dead. Which one of these 3 topics would you like to talk to me about?
Let's go with the Bible's bullshit. So What do you mean with bullshit? It has like no meaning at all. Like we would be better off if it wasn't around.
As in, it's not true. Like, as in the claims it makes about God and Jesus are not true.
Okay, what claims specifically?
That Jesus was the Christ / Messiah. Not true.
Okay, gotcha. Do you think that a Christ and Messiah is possible?
I mean, it would require a God to exist, but like all that would be required for me to believe someone was the Messiah is whether or not they fulfilled prophecies about the Messiah from the Old Testament, and I don't think Jesus did.
Okay, I'm not like super familiar with all the prophecies, but I do hear that there's a bunch of prophecies that were fulfilled by Jesus. Now,
I would say not even one.
Not even one? Okay.
Not even one. At least nothing that is like particular to the Messiah. So nothing vague like, oh, he has to be a descendant of Abraham and descendant of David. Like there are tons of people that fit that factor. Things which only are about the Messiah.
Gotcha. I see.
I want to also say before we get too far away from it, I think my people specifically would have been way better off without that book, like existing. Period.
Fact.
Yeah, so I think the book is like, I think it's divinely inspired, like a lot of things are, right? I don't think it's 100% true. All right, I think there's a lot of allegory in there. There is a lot of historical reference to things that happen that we find outside of just biblical references. So you like other scholars that have written, or other people of the times that wrote about Jesus, you find them outside of just the Bible. But I guess all this kind of stems back, like your three claims there stems back to like, is it possible for a God to exist? Where do you fall on like
Oh,
that?
I don't think it's possible for a God who exists outside of space and time, who's all knowing, all powerful, and all good to exist. Not with the world we have.
Gotcha. So do you think it's possible that there's a God that exists that with good intentions, but maybe it's not all knowing?
Maybe.
Yeah. So like what are your strongest arguments against a God existing?
Against a God existing? I mean, I think the biggest
Yeah.
one is that no one's provided me good enough reason to think he does exist. But like the Triomni God specifically, I think the world we live in is pretty much conclusive that such a God does not exist. One who's not all powerful, all knowing, and all good. He's going to be lacking one of those factors if he does exist.
Yeah. Gotcha. So I'm not being like an asshole here, but I do want to understand, like, have you answer, why do you think God deserves to show you specifically that he exists?
Deserves?
Or sorry, why do you think he should be required to for you?
If he wants salvation, if like I'm going to be tortured forever, that's like justice we're talking about. If like the Christian God's hell is true, and he doesn't give us any reason to believe in him, that's like horrid.
Yeah, if he's gonna punish me for lack of belief, he should do everything within his power to make me believe.
Yeah. If God's like
Gotcha.
desire is to be good, then yeah, it's necessary that he makes himself known to me.
Okay. So yeah, I kind of treat the God relationship as a parental relationship. So I think it's, just like
My parents,
my
parents have both made themselves known to me.
right. Yes. So this is, but not your great grandfather, right? He didn't.
Yeah, well,
himself
he's
known to
dead.
you, did he?
My dad went out for milk, guys.
Also, if my great grandfather doesn't exist, you know what happens? I cease to exist. I have
Right,
no-
and that's
I have-
what a
I-
Christian would say to.
I don't have any reason
Right,
though.
but that's the same argument that a Christian would say.
Well, what is the evidence that a God is necessary for me to exist?
Well, I would say even differently. If I'm going to raise a child like I currently am, and I like want my child to make proper choices, I'm going to give them all the tools necessary to make those choices. God says, here's a choice, whether you believe in me or don't, but he's not giving me all the necessary tools to make that choice because he's withholding a massive amount of information from me, which would be any evidence of his existence at all.
Yeah.
So I guess I would argue that I have reasons myself that have personally been shown to me for his existence. I don't think that necessarily like that should persuade you that like you should have your own reasons, but I think there are people that have personal reasons that have persuaded them, that God has existed. So for you personally, that's still something. It doesn't do much for you, but to say that like there aren't people that have personal reasons.
Okay, I don't
You know,
have.
you
any-
can't make that.
I don't have any reasons.
Right. Okay. So, and what are the reasons, like personally, when you look out? Is it just that you don't feel?
I don't have any evidence that a God exists. I have no reasons to think that a God is necessary for anything to exist. And the Bible definitely gives me no reason to think a God exists. That this book does not look as if it's like made by a God or inspired by a God. It looks like a human-made product, purely human.
Yeah. I would definitely agree. Like it is a human-made product. It's like people that wrote down maybe what their interpretations of stuff was, or maybe what they thought was morally right at the time. I definitely think like it's inspired by us looking to the divine.
I have no reason to. I mean, I think it's in the sense that like there was a person that inspired Da Vinci to make the Mona Lisa. There's an idea that ancient peoples had that inspired them to write. They had ideas about gods, but ideas about gods are not the same thing as gods actually existing.
Right. So then let's start here. Like let's assume there's a universe where there is a God that exists, and there's a universe where there's a God that does not exist. You would say that you find ourselves in the universe where there's a God that doesn't exist.
I don't know. I just don't have any evidence that the God does exist. So
you're agnostic about it.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
There could very well be a God. I'm an atheist because I don't have any evidence that there is a God, so I just have to lack a belief in God's existence.
So maybe this is just my misunderstanding of like atheism versus agnosticism.
They're not mutually exclusive propositions. One describes what one believes, one describes what one knows. You can be an agnostic atheist or a Gnostic atheist. You can be agnostic theist or a Gnostic theist. Agnostic atheist just means I don't believe in a God. I also don't have absolute knowledge that there is no gods.
Gotcha. Okay, so how would you define like having knowledge of something? Like what?
Oh God. Why do I have to? Yeehaw! Thank you for the cowboy hat. Why do I have to answer stupid questions like this? Honestly,
no. Because you want to use the word, you need to define it.
We all know what it means to have knowledge. Why can we skip the part where we define simple words that we all know the meaning to, and just get to the part where you provide evidence that God exists?
No, because this is where we end up talking past each other when we're using knowledge differently. So I just want you to define it for me, man. This isn't a fucking trap.
Justify true belief. I hope we don't end up going down the rabbit hole of me, just an infinite regress of me giving you definitions for words.
Well, that was the first definition, so let's pull back on that. So justified, can you repeat it again?
True belief.
Justified true.
Yeehaw! Thank you for the key. Yeehaw! Thank you for the pink cowboy hat.
Okay, so and by justified, that's you're saying I don't know what it's something repeatable.
Justifications are evidences or reasons to believe a proposition is true.
See, this bullshit is the reason why I am losing steam. The fact that I have to sit here and just give fucking definitions for simple words. It's such bullshit. It's so it's so fucking dishonest.
No,
if you had evidence, you could just fucking give it. I wouldn't have to sit here and give you definitions for simple fucking words. It's so annoying.
No, okay, so let's go into the evidence. All right. So I guess what is the truth that you hold today that you feel you have justified evidence for?
I have a penis.
Is this really where you want to take the conversation?
That's a true.
No,
that's a
Tom,
statement. That's
you
true.
missed an opportunity for you saying you have a butthole.
Oh, that too. I mean, I have both. I
have an objection to the claim. How can I believe Dalton has a penis if the penis hasn't made itself known to me?
Peggy makes it known. It's completely evident. Peggy makes it known.
So that's you have a penis.
Yeah, that's a true statement. Because it's
you want to have this definition play off. We'll make it fun.
Yeah.
No, I want you to justify, like, there's a lot of things.
You
that
want me
we
to
take-
justify that I have a penis?
No, I don't. I would rather you not do that.
I kind of do.
You might get kicked off the live here, and I think you're fun to talk to. So
I think Ashlyn has. Wait a minute.
I don't think I've seen
Ashlyn
your
has-
dick.
No, but you've definitely seen the outline of my penis before.
I have seen a ball
Are we getting lore drops
by
right now?
accident. There was a shaving situation, okay?
Okay. Anyways, yeah, I have a penis. That's a true statement. Now, what?
Okay, so let's take one a little bit different. So the universe, as far as we look back, it looks like the universe was in a very low entropy state at some point.
Sure.
Right? Would you agree with that?
That's what the theme song of the Big Bang would tell me.
Yeah. Okay, so we know nothing about what happened before the Big Bang.
Right. And so anyone who would say what happened was this would just be in the wrong.
Right, exactly. So there's no evidence for making a justification that the universe was created from the Big Bang.
Yeah, I don't believe the universe has a beginning.
Okay, so there's also no evidence to say that the universe did not have a beginning.
Well, no, I mean, if you can't give me a reason to think it does have a beginning, my default position I'm going to roll back on is that things don't pop into existence from nothing.
So quantum effects would say that things do pop into existence from
No, they
nothing.
don't.
That's a
No, they
quantum
don't.
vacuum.
No.
Now we can argue about what nothing is. If you
Yeah,
want to go into the
we all know it.
definition, right?
By nothing, we mean no thing. I don't mean things that do exist.
Okay, no thing
So let's
is
talk
not a
about
thing that
nothing.
you can point to and say that doesn't exist. It's a conceptual to bound something that we can't get out of, which is describing, like pointing at something and saying there's nothing there. There's not
At
actually
any
nothing there.
point in this conversation, are we going to get to the part where you give me evidence
Wait,
for God's existence?
Before we do this, will any of this lead to the Christian God or no?
Yes, it does. I mean,
it leads to the Christian God specifically.
What it does is it leaves gaps to be filled. And if you admit that those gaps...
So it doesn't lead to the Christian God
Peggy
specifically.
fills those gaps just fine.
Yes,
Just
Peggy.
saying.
Peggy fills them gaps.
Also, I was curious about the why we were asking Dalton things he knows was true, and I was hoping to get to the evidence behind this. Dalton's dick and asshole.
Darcy, are we warranted? Are we justified in using God as an explanation for like things that we might have epistemic and access to?
As a justification, no. As a plausible explanation, yes.
And what makes that explanation plausible? And by plausible, I hope you don't just mean possible, right?
No, I mean plausible in the fact that, I find myself on this earth. I find myself in a body with a mind that I can't explain and point to, right? I find these conclusions that I can make, I can reason about the universe. Essentially it seems, better than any other species, all of us can, right? So there is something intrinsically special about us that we've made it this far. And when I look back in the world and look back at the universe and look at all we've done, as a species, yes, some might say, oh, it's selfish to think we're more important than any other animal, or we're,
Our elephants also made it this far.
Yeah, but they're not sending people to space, right?
So?
So there is you're being dishonest if you don't say there's a level of complexity that we have not.
Every animal has something unique about it. Ours, us, we just happen to be intelligent. That has to be the thing that makes us unique, is that we're very, very intelligent and very creative.
By the way, this just fits with evolution. This doesn't demonstrate a supernatural deity by any means. We filled a niche because we didn't have claws, we didn't have fur, we didn't have this particular ability to run really fast, quickly. There are certain things that we can do, like endurance run, but one thing that we were good at was making tools and building things to survive the environment. I don't understand why you make this assumption that all of a sudden, because we're different, which, by the way, all animals are different, we're different in a way in which we value, right? But it doesn't mean that just because we have a difference, that God, that does not follow.
Well, I think that if like one of the things we're different about is that we seek the source. As far as we know, no other species.
The
As far
source of
as you
fucking what? The
source of
water?
our being.
All
That-
it,
again, that's just going to go back to that. What makes human beings unique among animals is that we're very intelligent. So what? Every animal's got something unique about them.
This is my problem with I think with most atheist views.
Is
right?
that
So-
we're too humble for your liking.
No, it's that anything that someone says, to push the claim that, we find ourselves in a world where we're special. You can always say
We
that
are
we're in the
special,
universe.
but
Hold on a sec. You can
elephants are
always
also
say
special.
I get it. You can also say that about any other thing, right? It's the same thing with Jesus, right? If
Hey,
I had this conversation.
your anthropocentric perspective, while being human, is just lending to your biasy about being human. If you step out of that position for 0.2 fucking seconds and be a little bit humble about what humans have done good, what humans have done bad, and all of this, like you just want to give all the glory to the fact that humans have done this. Other animals do quite amazing things. I don't know about you, but I can't go north or south on my own. I don't have a basic compass in my brain. That's pretty fucking amazing too. Is that a type of intelligence? Well, I don't know. How are we describing intelligence? Like, this is the weird thing that you're trying to say that atheists are this way and therefore, but you don't stop for a second. You put yourself at the center of things and then nothing else can come and compare to you.
Yes, I was not making a moral claim for one. So you said good and bad, right? This is not a moral claim.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Good and bad aren't necessarily moral terms. Like good can just refer to the condition of a thing, not to its moral condition. Come on, dude.
Well, you can be humble about the universe and about yourself.
Like this,
and you can
this being
still
a this
admit
being
that
a
we've
good
become-
this being a good drink is not a moral question.
You can be
Darcy,
humble about your place
Can
in
you
the
just
universe. and still
render
admit
like an inference toward God existing? Like, what
Yes.
about the fact that we are unique entails God?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I say, can you render some sort of inference that concludes with God existing? And I followed that up with a question: what about us being unique entails God existing?
So, I mean, one is I really think the fact that the fine tune argument is very, very well.
The Bayesian Luke Barnes type fine tuning argument.
Luke Barnes.
Luke Barnes popularized a Bayesian fine tuning argument. Is that the one you're talking about?
I mean, I'm talking. Maybe it's the one where basically, if you change, the parameter, some parameters, like the strength of gravity, or any of these really fine measurements that we've made by just fractions of a percent, nothing ends up the way it does today, right?
There's
we
a
end up in
number
a
of
universe that can't exist.
Well, there's a number of things wrong here. One, it's presupposing that the nomological or the physical constants that govern our reality are possibly or could possibly be different, right? It's really baking that assumption into this type of argument. Now, we don't know, for example, that the strong and weak nuclear force or the gravitational constant, these sorts of things could be any other way. We have exactly one sample space to analyze, and we can just speculate merely from that one space that it could be different, but we don't know that.
Yeah,
That's the first
I often say that when we talk about how a guitar is fine tuned is because the guitar could have been tuned otherwise. We don't have any really good reason to think the universe could have been tuned otherwise. So just call it fine tuned. I don't have any reason to think that is true.
And there's other contentions here, but this is kind of like the first thing that this type of argumentation bakes in, right? It like yeah, we could go on about that, but there's other like issues here. Now let me ask you, given the God hypothesis and given the hypothesis of like naturalism, why does God predict fine-tuning, given that God could have instantiated any possible world, even worlds where we are just a bunch of electrons floating around with Cartesian souls attached to us, where we bump into each other and love each other and worship God and think about God and all these things? Why is it that God would require this degree of fine-tuning that we find ourselves in today? And why is it expected under that hypothesis?
I mean, it's expected that it would be we would find ourselves in a universe that looks like, if it were to slightly differ.
What I'm saying
maybe
is,
we would have. Wait.
Sorry. Look, the hypothesis is supposed to have some sort of predictive power over the data. For that hypothesis, like the hypothesis has to predict the data. Now, what I'm saying here is that God could have made any possible world obtain. He could have made a world in which the strong and weak nuclear force are far different, and we're just a bunch of electrons floating around in space, right? Now, that hypothesis makes predictions over the type of world that he would want, but the type of world is limited to just, he would want agents who love each other and love him and worship him and these sorts of things, right? So this world, this fine-tuning data isn't novelly predicted under that hypothesis compared to that of naturalism. In fact, the possibility space is vast under the God hypothesis.
Yeah, I guess, but the other way, if you assume that it was just random, right, then the natural laws just have always been, and they've always been this way.
But
And
natural laws aren't rules that the universe sets upon itself. Natural laws are just observations of how things tend to work.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
The laws of gravity, for example, is not a prescription; it's a description.
Also, the dichotomy is not like that's not necessarily like a true dichotomy. It's not just God or random.
so
Yeah,
what are
look,
the
look,
what are
these
the other
arguments.
options?
Sorry, Darcy, go ahead.
Yeah,
But
so
also, I think it has to be random because have y'all seen a duck's penis before? No
That-
creator made
that is
that.
evidence of against God for sure. Duck's penis.
So what are the other options, I guess, outside of God versus, I guess it would be more like order versus chaos.
Well, so there's
I
a
would say.
ton of things at play here. First of all, we don't know if the universe came into existence. Thus, this set of constants may be necessary, right? Axiarchism is a view that the universe has the same type of disposition that God does. That it has a natural disposition towards things that are good. This
Not
is
you
a-
showing it.
Jesus, Dalton.
This is a deeper philosophical view, Darcy, but there are plenty of reasons why we would be we're not warranted in believing that God is the better hypothesis to account for this data. If you're taking like the Bayesian account, we can get into that, but I don't think the audience wants to hear this. There's plenty of reasons to reject this type of notion.
So
And I'm not sorry, I apologize. Just to clarify what I was saying, I'm saying the dichotomy is not God versus randomness. Order can exist without God. That would present something that's God order, regular order, and then randomness. Right?
Yeah, within the set of like pi, for example, the which is an irrational number, within a few 100,000 digits of pi, you can find the sequence of 1 through 9. Like that's a perfectly sequential order from our perspective, right? If we're looking for that type of sequence.
Yeah, so I guess what the alternative. So to the host, how should I address you, my guy?
Dalton.
Dalton. So the alternative, I guess, for the do you have any position on the like how this all came to be? I think you said it's all eternal, right? Or you believe in eternalism?
As far as the evidence is concerned,
What evidence gives you that pushes you toward believing that the universe is eternal?
you can't get something from nothing.
Yeah, there's some kind of more recent empirical evidence from like the DESI data that would suggest that that like lambda in the CDM or in the lambda CDM model is weakening or is at least variable. Now this pushes the credence up that it's possible that we're in a cyclic universe, right?
Yeah, there are tons of cyclic models that have been proposed. My friend, Dr. Blitz, actually has his own the breathing universe model, which is mathematically possible and like veritable. So like because no one's ever given me evidence that the universe has a beginning, I just don't believe it.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess would I be justified in saying that nobody's given me evidence the universal is eternal, so I don't believe that?
Well, no, that's the default position.
Why is that the default position?
Yeah, because I'm not posing that something does exist other than the universe. You're posing that something extra does exist, being a beginning.
But even if it did come from nothing, ex nihilo, what's the evidence that requires God?
I mean, it would be overcoming a really big statistical unlikelihood. right?
Wait,
That
how do you calculate the statistical likelihood
I mean,
of a universe beginning from nothing?
a vacuum fluctuation.
Well, that
Vacuum
would become
fluctuation
that's
is
not.
not, yeah, again, not nothing. Or when we mean nothing, nothing, not
Wait, I want to use
something.
a real world
So I don't
example.
think
I want to use a real
nothing
world
can
example.
exist.
Do you ever see? There's a story, and this is like a 100% true story, where there's this husband and wife who got married, and they were like going through photo albums from when they were younger. Right? They met in a completely different state than they grew up. They didn't even grow up in the same place, but through looking through their photo albums, they found not only that they had went to Disney World at the exact same time when they were younger, but they were in a photo together, like just by happenstance. They happened to be in a picture together from Disney. That's a like statistically, the odds of that are insane, right? But something being insane statistically doesn't prove that it was created by a being. It just proves that like if you give enough time, everything will happen.
Right. I mean, and that's the same argument for eternalism, right? I mean, to say that like, you know, it just happens that we find ourselves in a universe where we can't verify that it's eternal because we can't see past the Big Bang and we don't know what's going to go forward, right? You find yourself
we
in
didn't
the
happen to
universe.
find ourselves here, right? Like it wasn't that we happened to find ourselves here. We evolved to fit the conditions of the universe. We don't know that life can't exist in other forms. We only know what life can exist on the earth because that's all we know.
We should clarify, Darcy. I assume you're talking about cosmological fine tuning, not fine tuning of like you're saying that the physical constants that govern our universe allow for stable matter to form. You're not rendering an argument based on like carbon-based life forms.
No, I think it's kind of both, right? Because I think the cosmological fine tuning argument is, I think, valid, but then also, you know, the way that we evolved, not just to survive, but to actually learn things about the universe in a way where we bring in mathematics and we bring in physics, and like we are, you know, be able to harness the tools in the universe in a seemingly
Do you know how many people are starving to death each day?
what does that have to do with my argument?
If it's not just to survive, we use those tools to propagate ourselves as a species.
What does that have to do with my argument, though? Like, I said that we.
You said
seem to be
not
able
just
use
to
things-
not just to survive was the statement that you made, was it not?
Correct.
Okay. When we talk about evolution, it is survival, and we still have a lack of doing so. It just so happens that we evolved and that intelligence helped get us to this level, but it doesn't mean that it's even doing necessarily the best job at it.
You said we have a lack of survival, like that some of us die. I don't get where you're going with the argument.
When you're saying not just to survive,
Correct. Not just to survive and reproduce. There's many other things we've done outside of just surviving and reproducing.
There are other things that other animals do besides survive and reproduce.
some of us are greedy, and it's actually anti-survival. But that it's not about the fact that that doesn't exist. That is actually well supported of evolution and how a populace changes over time, and sometimes there's different behaviors and different mutations that happen that are actually anti-survival. It just fits evolution. You're just supporting evolution.
I mean, that's a statement you could make that is so plain, though. Like you just.
It's not so plain.
It is like
this whole
if you're, like,
conversation.
finding
This whole
yourself
this whole conversation has been a huge fucking nothing burger.
I want to just point out, Darcy, that you picked up on something that I think like just signifies why people go to religion. It's you think there's nothing like it's mostly fear, right? Humans go to religion because like dogs don't need to worship a god because they don't have any thought past what happens in the day right now. We can think outside of ourselves. So in doing so, we have a fear of the unknown. Thus, we create a being so we can go, okay, well, even if we do die, there will be something else, right? And then it's about this like idea that like we need to be special. So there needs to not only be a God, but a God who made all of this specifically for us, which is baffling because we can't live on 97% of the planet.
Yeah, I don't know if God actually made the entire thing just for us, right? I think God probably made it for life, and we end up being a
Why
piece of life.
why is it so hostile towards life?
Why is what so hostile? The universe?
The planet. Like
Yeah, I don't know.
Life is just scraping by.
I mean,
99%
maybe.
of all species that have ever existed have gone extinct.
Yeah.
And like
And
in
if
order
you,
to
you
generate,
would, oh, sorry. You would think, by the way, if evolution wasn't the case, or any of this wasn't the case, that if it was so hospitable to life, that he wouldn't have put in or programmed greed. He wouldn't have programmed, and I'm using the term programmed because that's like your viewpoint that he did all this. That he wouldn't have created harmful bacterias that prior to the invention of penicillin, unalived like majority, not really majority, but a mass amount of children into the millions. Like if this were the case, I look around and I see the fact that humans have come up with solutions, not a god.
Yeah, I mean I think if we got away from like the cosmological stuff and focused more on like how life tends to work, I mean I think all that can be explained through free will, right?
Free will,
Like,
I'm not convinced exists.
and that's almost like a non sequitur for this whole argument.
That
right?
is
Like,
a non sequitur.
I don't think that if you believe a universe can be created without free will, then and that we're in that universe, then these conversations kind of mean nothing.
No, they mean something. I don't know
How
why-
so?
Yeah, meaning is something. It's not intrinsic. It's something that we give to things.
But how can you give something without willfully, doing it?
I think the problem is that Christians don't know what free will is. You think that free will is simply the ability to make a choice. It's not. It's the ability to make a choice independent of underlying cause. But here's the thing. We've been going on now for how long? 30 minutes, and I'm not even 1% closer to believing in a God. I think I'm going to move on to the next guest.
Yeah, and Dalton, just FYI, free will can exist, and this state of this can exist. Like it doesn't mean what you think that it means involving evolution. Still fits inside free will. This doesn't change your evidence for God. Just throwing free will on it.
Just not exist.
Vomiting free will on top of this subject. God could have created like rational minds that could only do the rational thing because they were rational, not like perfect minds. Essentially, he could have created perfect minds that had complete free will.
Yeah, but I don't want to really get into the whole free get out of jail free will card right now. But Darcy, thank you for coming up. Try again on another day.
Yep. Enjoy your day, guys.
Okay. Bot, you've been asking to come up the whole time, and now you just literally just now disappeared. Feel free to request back up. Jesus Christ. Apparently, he was on Ian's live earlier, and someone said that Ian dropped him for the same exact thing, like conversation.
Dude, Ian doesn't drop people either. Ian will go on forever with someone.
Yeah, Ian's a lot more patient than I am, that's for sure. Man, all the power and no responsibility. Yahweh, that sounds like Yahweh. Their God is the opposite of Spider-Man. Yeah, because Spider-Man wouldn't watch someone get raped, but God would. All right, let's see. We got here Lil 8. Well, now they disappeared. Never mind.
I don't think they were, at least based on what they were saying to me, they didn't seem like they were.
More like nah way. It's funny. Everyone, make sure you're tapping that screen. We got 15 minutes left of the show today, so if you're a Christian, you'd like to come up and have a conversation with us about why I should believe that the Bible is true. We've gotten a little bit away from it from the last conversation. Maybe we have a Christian who actually knows the Bible and give good arguments for the Bible. Me personally, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Christians are really capable of talking about the Bible. If you know the Bible well enough, probably not a Christian anymore. To the person who said that this live is rage bait, no, I am the Bible guy. I'm called that because I've rage bait before in the past, but the title, not a rage bait. I do know the Bible better than you. That's why I'm called the Bible guy. Dalton, you might be able to steel man their argument better than they can. Maybe.
Honestly, if this is rage bait, for someone, you're probably just enraged because you know it's true.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That is true. That is true. That's funny. Capitalism loves killing people and enslaving those people as well. I agree, Hipex. St. Brown says, I'm sick as fuck, but hello, St. Brown. I hope you get to feeling better. Ashlyn was sick 2 days ago, and then I was sick yesterday. So, you know,
We got each other sick via the internet. I'm convinced. This is evidence.
magic.
You can
isn't-
pass
Yeah.
viruses via online.
Magic isn't real counts as rage bait now. I guess I don't know. Christians love supply side Jesus. I don't know what that means.
Supply side economics, side Jesus.
Oh.
I'm assuming they're trying to make a play on an
Oh,
economic
okay.
principle.
I blame Ash, said St. Brianna. Y'all are pretty sick. Dope.
Honestly,
Thank you.
everyone should blame me for their problems.
That's what all the Christians do. As soon as a woman enters into the conversation, just blame her. NXA.
That's why I bleed.
NXA has been chirping for a while. They said, Jesus is alive. I don't believe you. There are hundreds, thousands of testimonies. Testimonies don't mean jack shit, especially when they contradict each other. If only worst case one is true, you are baked. Also, if you
They
become
think Jesus is alive, though. That's a win for.
yeah, there's that at least. Listen, if it turns out that Christianity isn't true, you could also be baked. If it turns out that Islam is true, you're fucked. If it turns out in fact, I think it's more likely for Judaism to be true than for Christianity to be true. And if it turns out that Judaism is true, you're fucked.
So I'm gonna have to leave. I gotta do some work in a bit.
Well, it's fine. It's to get 10 minutes left of the show. I think you were here for most of it, anyways.
Do I still get paid, boss?
Oh God. Yeah. I'll pay you in personal Bible guy time. Wait, that sounds suggestive. Anyways.
So I get to see the other ball.
Oh no. Why would I be?
Jovan left on that note.
Here's a real story for you guys. My brother-in-law has seen both my balls, and let me tell you how it happened. I went with my sister and my stepbrother, and my brother-in-law, my sister and my brother-in-law, to a Beaver's Bend, which is like a cabin out in the woods sort of situation. And there's a hot tub there, and I'm sitting out there on the hot tub. My brother-in-law goes up to me and goes, "Hey, brother, what are you doing?" I said, "Just hanging." Little did I know, and he noticed that as soon as I said "just hanging," the irony of me just saying "just hanging," that my shorts had a hole in them, and my balls were just hanging right out of them. So I sat there doing "just hanging."
You were, in fact,
Just
hanging.
Yeah. All right. We got here I43GL. I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old? I guess not. Yeshua spoke in parables because no one was able to understand or perceive what he was teaching, which is weird because his parables weren't even all that deep. Like imagine writing a book where you make the characters say something super easy, and then it's like one of the obvious ways that we know that the New Testament is like fictional is that having Jesus say something so simple and no one understand it is crazy. All right, Cameron, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yeah.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
Him.
Question number 3, are you a Christian?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. These are my co-hosts, Ashley and Six. The Bible is bullshit. Christianity is false. Jesus is dead.
All right.
Which one of these 3 things would you like to talk to us about?
I would like to talk about how you said that the book is false, or the Bible.
Yeah, the reason the Bible is bullshit is because it contains scientific errors, historical errors, contradictions, and failed prophecies.
I just wanted to make one point. I find it highly unlikely and highly impossible how a person were to write it, a regular human being, and somehow miraculously ends up making 63,000 connections over the course of the book, and I find that pretty impossible.
It's not
Not
impossible.
gematria.
For a man to do it.
Like for
Not
example,
fucking
other than a god.
gematria.
you know this, like, it's not even gematria. It's even worse. It's something so mundane, and yet Christians think it's so significant. You know that chart, for example,
It is, because there's not a single other-
wait. That chart where it shows all these connections between the Bible. Do you know how mundane some of these connections are? Some of these connections are the city of Jerusalem is mentioned in Matthew. Well, it's also mentioned in the book of 1 Samuel. That's how mundane some of these connections are.
Okay, then we'll go.
Now, the
okay,
author,
so then
were the
we'll base
authors,
it
were the authors of the
on
New
this
Testament, the authors of the New Testament, did they have access to the books of the Old Testament?
No.
Yes,
Well,
they did.
Yeah, they did.
So of course you would expect to find connections between the two because
Yeah, but
they're
they were also
existing
written.
literature. And sometimes
But they also were all written in.
There's I think there might be a lag. There's no amount of connections going to make the contradictions go away.
Yeah, but also that means that they're also, say, if somebody, this is written by mankind, it wasn't written by God, say, which is what you're saying. They were all originally written in 6 different languages over
No.
6 different continents.
No.
Or not continents,
6
countries
languages?
all over the southeast.
You're not even saying it right. You're not even saying it right. The thing, the spiel that Christians generally say is it's written in 3 different languages over 3 different continents over a period of 2,000 or 3,000 years. That's not, but even that's not correct. The Bible, not written in 6 languages, written in 3 languages: Hebrew, Aramaic, Greek. Bible's not written over 3 continents. It's written over 2 continents, being the Middle East.
Yeah, I know. I messed up on the continents part.
In Europe, and it's also only written over a period of like.
You made 2 claims and you messed them both up.
So written over a period of like maybe 800 years at best, and it contains so many contradictions and historical and scientific errors and failed prophecies.
They left.
God damn.
Today has been interesting.
Exotic, are you at least 18?
Nigger.
That's a no.
Shoot, hold on.
Yeah, their name's Exotic. You can find them in the list of people.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I saw. I got him.
Kay, are you at least 18 years old?
I'm 19 years old. Yes.
And what pronouns
What's a
do you go
W2?
She, her.
What's a W2?
Can you tell me like exactly what you believe in? So
Nope.
What's a W2?
Well, I'm asking.
What's a
you're-
What's a W2?
What?
Are you American?
Well, fucking kids. Said the priest. You can I join? Yes, you can join. You haven't requested up though. Lord is King Santi. You can request up like the rest of the human beings in the world. You haven't. I'm looking at my request box right now. You haven't requested up. Maybe you're not here. I will request you up myself. Watch. Now I've done that. Now it's on you.
No.
To
You already
have
have a guest. We have a guest though. That's gonna.
Jeff is a friendly.
Oh, I didn't even realize who that was. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, Jeff.
It's just me. I'm a believer now.
Oh God. Lord is King. I've not only have you not requested up, I even sent you a request and you haven't shown up on the board, which shows me that you just want to perform as if you want to debate, and not actually debate. So it says cancel request. You canceled your request?
I sent another invitation.
It's not my fault if you don't know how to work the app, bud. It's Dark Jeff. Someone said Dark Jeff. You know what? No, I'm not gonna go there. I need 30 followers. Oh well, then get good.
No, that's not true. You would not be able to. We wouldn't be able to send the request.
Yeah, that's true. There you go. So it's on you, boo boo. All right, I guess I'll bring up Jacobus. Jacobus, you're going to be our last guest of the day, I guess. I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18?
Yes, sir. I'm 30 years old.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
All right, and question number 3, are you a Christian?
I'm Orthodox Christian.
All
the
right.
one true Christianity.
I'm sure
I gotta go. Bye.
Bye. I guess this isn't going to be fun, I'm sure. Just so you know, we talk about the Bible here.
I understand that.
Hopefully you know the Bible. Now, I'm Dalton the Bible guy. The Bible is
Wait,
bullshit.
do
Christianity
you
is
talk
false.
about the real Bible or the Bible that only has 66 books like the Protestant pagans try to use?
There's no such thing as the real Bible. There are Bibles.
There is a real Bible. There's the Bible of the Deuterocanon.
No,
it's
sorry.
handed down by the
Dude,
apostles of Jesus.
Ortho, bro. Chill out.
I'm telling you, there's a real Bible.
That's your church's Bible. I don't.
The real church's Bible.
No, shut up.
The one true church's Bible.
I don't have to do this. Do not make me mute you.
You don't have to.
Okay. Anyways, every
I'm
church.
telling you, the real church and the real Bible. Church is the Orthodox Bible.
You
Get it
can't,
right, bro.
can you not act like a fucking adult? Act like you're 30 years old.
I'm acting like an adult.
When
I'm
the
telling you
when
the
the
truth.
host is talking,
If you're going to
shut
talk
the
about
fuck
something,
up.
know the truth
When the
about
host,
it. If
when
you're
the
going to
ho-
talk
don't. I will drop you if you don't shut the fuck up while I'm talking.
about me,
All right.
apologetics, you're a fucking faggot.
Yeah. Jacobus, thank you for making us all a little bit more atheist today by showing that you don't have the fruits of the Holy Spirit and you don't have patience. So I'm just going to say what I'm going to say now, and you won't be able to interrupt me. All right. So, everyone, there is no such thing as the Bible. There are Bibles, different Bibles with different canons, and the idea of canon is 100% and utterly arbitrary and made up by people. There is no such thing as the Bible handed on by the apostles. The apostles did not have a Bible. They had an assortment of different books that they considered to be special, inspired. Some which aren't even included in the Orthodox tradition, such as First Enoch. First Enoch, not part of the canon of the Orthodox Bible, yet it is quoted by the author of Jude as if it is scripture, because they considered it to be divinely inspired. So he would have gotten to have a conversation with me if he acted like a little bitch. But here we are.
You would have recognized too that you would have argued from his canon.
Yeah,
that's an argument you should have with other Christians about which books should be considered canonical.
Yeah, I would have just gone, okay, let's work from your canon, but they couldn't behave themselves. But that's fine because we're at the end of the show. And I guess, we saved ourselves some headache. Orthodox Christians are like them, and Catholics are just the worst. I don't actually, in your opinion, guys, in y'all's opinion, who's worse, Orthodox or Catholics?
I think EOs.
You think so? What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, they seem to be the most obnoxious Christians out there. The Ortho Bros, Eastern Orthodox. Sorry,
Even though one of my favorite Christians on the app is an EO, but they're just not obnoxious.
Well, that's a rarity right there. I have a super chat here from
at Jonathan Martin with the $10. My contribution for the channel. You are doing the Lord's work. Well, that depends.
If by the Lord do you mean Peggy? If so, then yes, I am doing Peggy's work. If you're thinking I'm doing Jesus' work, I think I'm turning more people away from Jesus. So I don't know about all that. I guess I'll take one more guess. I'm feeling generous with my time. Rejoice, hopefully Rejoice here will act like an adult. Rejoice, are you at least 18?
Yes, I'm above 18.
And what
How are you today?
And what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
And are you a Christian?
Yes.
All right. Which one of the 3 points on the board would you like to talk to me about?
Christianity is false.
Right. The reason I think Christianity is false is because Christianity makes the claim that Jesus is the Messiah, and yet he didn't fulfill any messianic prophecies that are particular to the Messiah.
He didn't. Sorry, he didn't do any. He didn't do any of the
Prophecies from the Old
messianic.
Testament. Yeah, not a one. None that are particular to the Messiah.
Okay. I mean, I can't really say anything against that. But every one that I've seen in there, like being born of a virgin in
Well,
Isaiah.
There is no prophecy in Isaiah about being born from a virgin.
I don't know if you want to have like a conversation where I have to go look it up and that. I just don't think that'd be good for your show. But
I can just pull it up right now. In your Bible, it'll say in Isaiah 7:14, "Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel." The problem is it's mistranslated. In the original Hebrew, it doesn't say anything about a virgin giving birth.
okay. Well, I've got more prophecies here. Seed of a woman.
I'm the seed of a woman.
And a man. You've got the seed of a man as well.
What do you think seed means?
It's the seed. It's the part where the two interconnect. The woman and the.
In the Hebrew Bible, it just means offspring. So when I said prophecies particular to the Messiah, we mean things that could only be fulfilled by the Messiah and wouldn't also be fulfilled by, let's say, me. So like, I'm the seed of a woman.
That's what I mean. It said, but when the fullness of time had come, God sent forth his son, born of a woman, born under the law.
I'm born of a woman. Am I the Messiah?
Yeah, but you've got the man's semen. The man's semen produced you.
Seed does not mean semen. It can mean semen. Seed just means offspring.
All right. Well, I'll keep going with different prophecies
you're
until
aware,
we don't have a.
You're aware that, for example, Hagar, it said that Hagar had seed. Her seed was her son Ishmael.
Yeah, Ishmael. Yep.
Ishmael's not the Messiah, so that's not a fulfilled prophecy.
Well, it seems like there's a linguistic thing so I can keep going through the prophecies until there's not a linguistic thing.
Sure.
Because I still, even though you say it's
go ahead.
Even though you say it's all right. The descendant of Abraham.
All Jewish people are descendants from Abraham. Note again, I said a messianic prophecy that's particular to the Messiah. In other words, something that only the Messiah could fulfill. All Jewish people are allegedly the descendants of Abraham.
From the tribe of Judah.
Most Jewish people are from the tribe of Judah.
Well, there's what 12,
do you
12
not
tribes?
know? Do you not know what particular means?
Really?
What do you mean particular?
So, just a question. The thing you're reading from that says like a descendant of Abraham, is that particular passage, is that all it says?
That's what it says, yeah.
That's it. It just says descendant of Abraham.
So all Jewish people fulfill that prophecy.
I know. I'm just listing through all the prophecies.
Listen. Hold on. Listen. If I was to say that there's going to be a person who's going to win the Super Bowl, and they're going to be the son of a woman named Stephanie, and they're going to have a beard that goes down to their chest, and I say that before they win the Super Bowl, they're going to drink 3 lemonades, right?
Yeah.
Can you just say the first part and they say, hey, there's a prophecy about a person named Stephanie? What I'm asking you is, when it says descendant of Abraham, is there more to that passage?
there's no more to that passage.
Which
I'm struggling to.
Let's double check that. Which passage are you reading when you say that the Messiah is going to be a descendant of Abraham?
Matt 1:1.
Nat one. What's Nat?
No, Matt 1:1. Matthew
Are you
1:1.
saying Matthew 1:1?
Matthew 1:1 isn't a fucking prophecy. It just states the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of Abraham, the son of David. That's all it says.
Wait. Rejoice.
Uh-huh.
Was Matthew 1:1 written before or after Jesus died?
After.
So how is it a prophecy about Jesus?
Prophecies are
Man, I
written
don't know.
beforehand.
I don't know why we're going deep. Well, I can just move on to the prophecy that we both want to speak about. If you don't want to speak about that one, that's fine. We can move on.
Rejoice. If you're telling me that you have a magic book that tells the future,
I've never
right?
said that.
And yes, you did.
No, I
You
didn't.
literally said that.
You literally
verbatim.
put those words in my mouth. Yeah.
I look, pause. But again, if you say you have a book that has prophecies, and then you're going to give me a passage that you say is a prophecy, and then after you're like, hey, which one is the Red Queen? You don't want me to inspect the cards. I'm gonna call you a con artist. And I know you don't want me to remember today as the day I spoke with a con artist, right?
You can say how you want, but if you're just saying,
Look, rejoice,
if you're just saying,
rejoice,
hey, I'm still speaking, mate.
rejoice.
If you're
calm
saying,
down.
bro, if
Rejoice.
you're saying, mate, this one's not the one I want.
It's not about the one I want. It's about the one you said. So I'm not asking you if I'm going to think of you as a con artist. I'm asking you if you're okay and if that's your goal to be thought of as a con artist.
You need to unmute yourself.
Like, presumably, it's reasonable for me to think that some con artistry is going on. If you're telling me there's a prophecy about Jesus that says he's going to be a descendant of Abraham, and when I ask you for the passage, you say Matthew 1:1, which was written after Jesus was born. That's reasonable for me to call that out and say, ooh, foul, right?
You know what's
It
probably
is, but it seems like you like the way
you know what's probably happening
Oh,
here is that what's happening is that you're reading from a list on the internet, and what you don't realize is that you're reading from the part where it says this is where it is fulfilled, as opposed to where the prophecy is from.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know the criteria before I got on, and then this guy just wants to keep calling me a con artist.
No,
Like,
no,
let me
no.
talk. You
You're
guys,
showing us
you
that
got to be
you're just-
respectful.
You're just
you can't be
bullshitting.
disrespectful. You got to
You're
be
just
respectful.
bullshitting is all it is. We just noticed.
No, I'm not. I'm not bullshitting. I'm trying to honestly answer your question.
So
you guys,
where's
you guys
the
are being-
actual Matthew 1:1's not the prophecy? Where's the actual prophecy?
All right, good. Do we have to go through all that? Like I don't know words that you guys like your own
stop
voice.
Yes.
Stop that.
You love your voices, don't you,
get to-
boys?
No, so the answer to
You're
both of
lovers.
those, listen, the answer to both of those questions is yes. Yes, that was necessary.
Jeff,
And yes, I'm
record
in
it so you
love.
can
I don't
listen
know
to
why
your
you're
voice.
interrupting. I have no idea why
Jeff,
you're interrupting.
listen to your voice.
Mute him. All right, cool. Check it out. Yes, that was necessary. And yes, I'm in love with the sound of my voice. But neither of those things answers the pertinent question, which is the prophecy.
Yeah, I love answers. The question is, where's the prophecy?
I can't answer when Jeff's voice is so smooth.
Rejoice. Stop being a bitch. Answer the question.
I think you know what that is.
Where's the prophecy?
Well, you guys keep talking over me, trying
Where's
to
the prophecy?
Give me time to think. Give me time to think.
Fun fact, you could have answered it fucking 5 times over. You know, the time you've been complaining. So where's the prophecy?
Who wants to talk to some disrespectful people like you? It's like swine.
Who wants to talk to the only swine here is the person who's weaseling their way out of answering a question.
Look.
Well, you're not giving me time to think.
Perf.
You call me con artist and all sorts of things.
Hey, peasant. You begged to have
Oh, here he is,
space.
Mr. Smooth. Mr.
Hey,
Smooth.
hey, peasant.
Ooh. Why am I talking to two?
Hey, peasant. Listen, calm down. You
I want
begged
to talk
to
to
have
one person. Why two?
You begged to share space with your betters, and we did charity work, and now we're hanging out with the poors. We've dusted off our feet and everything. So you should be thankful and just do what you're asked. We didn't make you hold up lemonade for an hour, like very steady. I didn't even make you wear like a suit or a tie. I just said, come in as you are and show us the prophecy. And you were talking very, very big shit about prophecies, and now we just want the prophecy. Like, I don't need to know that you like the sound of my voice and it makes you feel some special feelings in your subcoccygeal region. That's for you. That's your own private thoughts, and that's fine. Now, can you please, with a cherry on top, I'm begging you, I'm on my knees begging, give us the prophecy that Jesus fulfilled.
I don't know it off the top of my head there. Jeff, is that all right? Is that all right, mate?
It's honest.
I mean, that's fine.
But-
That's cool. I mean, that's not a problem, right? Like,
You're a bit pushy there, Jeff. That's all I'm saying. Like, you just try and take over the conversation.
We have to get you to fucking go anywhere. We gotta push you a little bit. I'm 14 minutes over
Right.
the end of my show. I am being so kind and letting
How's
you
that
up
work
here.
for your relationships?
Let me ask you a nicer question, Rejoice. Who is this for? Like, what are you hoping to achieve right now?
I don't know, guys. What are we trying to achieve here? I
No, what
believe
are
the
you-
Bible's
what are
true.
you-
You don't. What's the point? What's the
Hey,
problem?
what are you trying to achieve right now?
God damn, it's like he's allergic to answering fucking questions. Are you like afraid that you might just like spontaneously combust if you answered a question honestly and straightforwardly instead of whining? Is that the worry? Every time you don't answer our questions, you push people further away from Jesus. Just so you know. That's what's happening.
You don't know that, mate.
I
you
do
just
know
don't
that.
know that.
Question. Okay.
Are you
everyone,
God? Are you God?
Put a 1 in the comment section if you're more of an atheist because of Rejoice and listening to his
It doesn't
whining.
matter.
Go ahead and put a 1 in the comment section. Man, look at all those. Whoa, holy shit. That's a lot of 1s. Well, Rejoice, you're doing a lot of work for atheism right now. I want to thank you for that. Now, do you not have any actual prophecies that Jesus fulfilled?
No, I don't.
All right. Well,
So I'll see my way out.
yeah. Well, I just kicked you out. Anyways, thank you for wasting our time, and well, not for wasting. You helped me tremendously push people further away from Jesus. So, thank you for that.
Before you go, I'm going to tell you, you can spread the word. I wrote a book, and today somebody donated some United States currency, and tomorrow I'm going to give away 100 copies of that book.
What's the name of the book?
It's called If You Have to Explain It, and the subtitle is It Doesn't Say What You Think It Says.
Ooh.
You'll actually like this. I take 31 different Bible passages, and I show the six different perspectives of how different groups of people interpret it, and just say, hey, this is all vague shit. Like, it doesn't really say anything. It's
I
just
love that.
stuff.
Yeah, I love that. I'll have to take a look at that. I'll add that to my list of things to read. Jeff, thank you for coming up on here with your silky smooth voice.
Dope.
All right, everyone. Let's see who's
Thanks for
live.
having me.
Absolutely. Let's see who's live right now that I can send you crazy kids off to go see right now and let them and go and bother someone and let them know that the Bible guy is still around. Let's take a look. Let's see who is live. Every time I want to see who's live, my phone decides, hey, now's the time for me to be slow as fuck. All right, Ian's live. All right, everyone, go over to allegedly Ian's live. Let them know that the Bible guy sent you. I want to thank all of the super chatters today for sending your super chats. I can't do this show without, y'all's assistance. In fact, I'm kind of contemplating right now whether or not I will. I'm about to be real with you guys. I'm contemplating right now whether or not I will continue to be doing these lives in the future. Ian just ended. In that case, go over to John Cohen's live. Because I'm just not recently I'm just not able to really afford living doing this anymore. But if you guys really do appreciate my content, make it known. Donate to the Bible Guy Show. Can't do this without you guys, and I'm really considering having to change course and my content and time. Anyways, go over to John Cohen Show, tell him the Bible Guy sent you. And with that, I've been the Bible Guy. Remember to keep reading, keep learning, and we will see you all again on another day. Bye.
Born from dust and questioning fire, wielding truth like a sword of desire. Ancient scrolls and cosmic flame, he tears through myth, he breaks the chain. Echoes of prophets, the stars align, knowledge and thunder intertwine. Reason ascends where blind faith fell, he reads the word and he reads it well. The Bible Guy, seeker of the light, through time and fire he rides the night, with reason's blade and wisdom's cry. The world shall hear the Bible Guy, scrolls of ages, words of flame.